thought something. I'm not saying it.
It's not even worth it. Jackal's just gonna come in here screaming obscenities.
Ah, he won't commit suicide.
There, I'll be the important one of the group of my characters. Mango's clearly the most important one. Mango's the base.
But Claw's the one with the brain. Mango just does the bites.
Mango also has the most charisma of the three of us.
Mango's our mascot.
That is
Alright.
also true. Mango's the noble's mascot.
Although personally, I think Nomus would also make a good mascot.
You know that's fair.
We
But
are
we want to-
officially live, and we're going to get started for tonight. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is the Nobles Saga 2, episode 47 of their campaign. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Everything you're going to see tonight is live storytelling. If you're unfamiliar with our world, it is the world of Ilderon. There's a wiki, there's a website. You can read more about it and learn about some of the cool things of the setting. Oh, if you're under the age of 14 and you're watching this, you definitely should stop and talk to your parents because you might see content that's inappropriate for you. And other than that, I think that's all of our starting disclaimers. So let's just jump into the recap. Last session took place on the 40th of Noble. The party was in Ililnagai. They had determined the first item for their hunt of the items that they need for Besquo's spell is a metal called Bridgestone Kufulafar, and it is somewhere in Ardor Serai, as they got information from Corwin Linsong saying that the only piece she knew about that wasn't controlled by the Daughters of Genduai was lost in Ardor Serai when a servant of the Bridgekeeper, our gatekeeper, was killed. The party has determined it is a relic that was handed off to Asuandria, that Asuandria's mother took and promptly locked away someplace. And so after much discussion back and forth with Asuandria elected not to go and sent the party on her behalf to retrieve the item. As the party was getting ready to go, they were given a new companion to watch over them, a shattered tiefling by the name of Nemeiser. Nemeiser is trying to get in good with the Maphis University, the magical university in Ililnagai, and Nemeiser is kind of on a probation period with Dila. If she does this task, then she will be welcomed back into the university. The task being getting you guys to and from Ardor Serai safely. Nemeiser is on hot water because she has, in the past, left companions to die when the going gets tough. With that, Nemeiser was happy to help and started to teleport the party. Unfortunately, she heard a command from Asuandria. As the party knows, Asuandria can control tieflings with her voice, and Nemeiser was temporarily mind-controlled and not herself. After getting the matter sorted and saying goodbye to Asuandria, the party was able to safely teleport with Nemeiser to Ardor Serai. In Ardor Serai, they learned several things are happening within the city. A new High Counselor is being chosen. I think that's the only thing you guys learned. The rest of the stuff is just my other notes. New High Counselor is being chosen. There are 3 candidates within the keep, and their entourages are staying with them as the decision-making process is happening. Out of the candidates, all of the candidates are well, one of the candidates will be appointed by the Chantry of Unity. The different powerful noble families of Arter Sarai sent different candidates to win the Chantry in the Magnate's favor. Out of those, there's the Renalpaws candidate, which is a fire spawn by the name of Drogash Tailborn. There is the Nakart candidate, which the party is familiar with. His name is Weston Rendil, or Sergeant Weston Rendil. There is the Afera candidate, and that's the new noble family in the nation of Fianna Irala, and that candidate is Lady Ideas. From there, the party mingled a little bit. Sergei saw that his childhood friend Valentina was also in town. She was traveling in one of the entourages of these candidates. Matt, did you learn which one? I don't know if I gave that to you or not.
Of the fire spawn?
She's with the Renalpaws.
Okay, yep. Valentina is with Drogash, and might have ulterior motives for why she's here. She talked to Sergei, told Sergei that she's made some powerful friends, and we'll see what comes of that. We will get started, but before we get started, I started doing this 2 sessions ago, and it's been a little bit helpful. Going to give you guys a rundown of the open quests you have that you've either accepted or are important to your characters. The ongoing quests, we have removed the death mist from the world. There's a giant fog that is probably going to snuff out life in Ilderon in about a month. Dissolve, you guys are trying to craft a spell scroll called Dissolve Planar Tether. And Besquo is crafting the spell scroll for you, but she does need very hard to get materials. Among the 3 materials she needs a creation circle, she needs a empowered earthfire flame, she needs a metal called bridgestone that you guys are working on now, and she needs something called a season stone, which comes from the Walkwater Wilds. The next open quest you guys have is find Asuandria's real body. Asuandria is leaking spectral essence, and her physical form does not look like it can contain her entire soul. Anderson is specifically on a personal quest to find a cure for Millis and his mistakes. Or not his mistakes, but Calfear's mistakes. Claw is trying to find a cure for lycanthropes who were born with the curse. He has found 2 so far, but each of them come with a heavy cost. Stradora, those 2 being Firan Iraala, can cure a few each day, or the Dissolve Planar Tether spell from Besquo can break powerful bonds and contracts and curses. Stradora is looking to cleanse her sword Stormbreak. There is something wrong with it, as it probably wasn't meant to be a crazed, murderous, berserk or madness-inducing item when it was sent to this world. Something has happened that has corrupted it. Besquo wants the notes on Asi's birth. I know you guys have those, but I don't know if you've given them to her yet. Valentina might be up to something, and that's everything I have recorded for you guys. All right. Oh, hey, what's up, Jackal?
Hey, cool. Of everything you've listed, I only remember like 3 of those.
Well, that's why I started listing them. Sometimes it's easy to say yes to things while you guys are in the middle of something. If you guys want me to...
Nomus is there.
I'm just going to post a screenshot of that in your Discord, and then it might be easier to read it on your own than hear me read it off. All right, so we are getting started. the party is able to sleep through the night of the 40th, celebrating and mingling with the different members of the entourage inside of Ardor. It is the first of Artis. We are in a new month, and it is the morning of a new day in Ardor. I think the party was given 2 different chambers, so you can divide up how you want, and everybody is able to wake up with each other.
It's been so long, I don't remember what
We were still at the dinner thing.
Yeah, we were still at the dinner thing, so the room situation was never
Oh, I thought we
told us.
ended with me getting blackout
Yeah,
drunk.
we ended
Yeah.
with Sergey passing out. Was
Did
there
we-
more anybody wanted to do at that dinner? Because we can pick up at that dinner
Yeah.
if you want. I just assumed people were going to mingle into the night.
I
I
wanted
legit
to,
just don't remember what we were doing.
I wanted to visit. What's his face? Alma.
Night, yeah.
I just want
Was Alma
Nomis to
even
be
there?
trying foods and making friends.
No, but I also understood that was not going to be a. Like, oh look, Alma's here. I need to talk to him. That was like, okay, after we're done mingling, I have business. Because the 40th of Noble's a full moon, right?
Yes, that's why we didn't go
Yes.
to town immediately.
Yeah, so that was important.
I'm gonna go with the Anderson
Okay.
default response of "I'm following Stadora."
So Stradora's going to talk to it's the middle of the night when you're going there. You do know Alma's temple is in Old Ardor. Correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The last time we went there in the middle of the night, we got fucking almost assassinated.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I just
again.
don't bring Kenneth.
You say, don't say that, Kenneth, you're not going this time. Okay, fine.
I mean, I'll ask. I'll just be like, look, last time we went, we almost got, we got stabbed a few times.
Yeah, I know.
Keep your hood up.
All right.
Keep your hood up.
Stradora is
I was gone that session. I want to see Funky Church.
Like, yeah, I know it's Old Ardor in the middle of the night, shortly after an apocalyptic scenario. Yeah, it's like I get it. Keep my gold tight. My organs inside me.
Let's do that.
Nomis is sitting at the party to eavesdrop.
Yeah, okay. I am...
Oh, somebody has to keep an eye on Sergey. He's passed out.
That's why I'm here.
Sergey's an adult.
Baby
He can
sitter.
take care of himself.
Keep an
I'll,
eye on him. Make sure he's
I'll
not
get-
lying flat on his back.
I'll get him back to his room. That's what I'll do, Kenneth.
Remember to lay him on his side.
He's literally blackout drunk.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
drag you
Are
back to the
you
room.
passed out, blackout drunk, or are
Yeah.
you yelling like racial
No, he's-
slurs? Blackout drunk?
He's out.
I'm past that point.
He is the.
We literally ended the last
he-
session with him just
oh,
crumpling
oh
to
my
the floor.
Gosh darn shattered. They raise our taxes and they steal our jobs.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
not.
All
Kenneth
right.
His childhood
will say,
friend
watch
is shattered.
Watch over drunk Sergey.
So, Nomis is staying in the feast hall and is eavesdropping on people. Kenneth is getting Sergey to bed. Stradora and Anderson are heading to see Alma. What is Claw up to?
I believe Claw is going to be going with Stradora because he knows the layout of, almost
As-
funky enough to be able to do the
I was gonna ask anyway, just because it's, I don't know, it feels rude to visit your quote-unquote uncle with it be like, no, you stay here.
right.
I'm mean,
yeah,
I'm not
no.
that. I'm mean. I'm not cruel.
Right, no, it's just the, yeah, no, I know where you need to be. I know where the cauldron is. Let's go.
Alright, I'm just grabbing a D100. I gave up my dice box for a dice bag. Big mistake.
What do you mean mistake? You can have more dice.
Well, I can have more dice, but it's just harder to get the ones I need. But my dice box was like on its last legs of life. It was It was trying.
When's your birthday? I'll make you a nice dice.
I was going to say next. I was going to say next that one you rolled would break the box.
Instead, like every day's your birthday.
No, side tangent. It's a little. My dice box is a little plastic Tupperware container, and I had it safely tucked away in my suitcase and like padded. But I flew. I checked a bag, and I just feel like when you check a bag, the airport attendants just go behind like the counter, take out a baseball bat, and just beat the mess out of your bag for no reason, because it's just like it was cracked in 3 different places. I was like, how did you do this? But
Just like, having worked at an airport, we don't use bats, we just kick it a bunch. Up and down the conveyor belt.
I can confirm that's true. We just don't use the bats. But anyway, that's
Glad you're not involved when you have steel-toe shoes.
all right, let's see. Honestly, I think I'm least prepared for all of this because I planned on skipping this event. So let me just roll some dice, see where the dice take us, and then that will just give me direction, and then I'll decide where I'll decide which group we start with. If
We have a nice peaceful walk to Funky Church and no assassination attempts happen.
Here's how long it'll take for me to
Or
wake
ghost
up.
attacks.
Or kidnappings.
Or weird jazz band zombie attacks.
Yo, I forgot.
It's that's like, I hope there isn't any jazz bands behind this curtains. Get it! Oh no!
I'm sorry, it's like roll initiative. It's a rap battle. No!
Who could have seen this coming? Seriously.
No! My
And us
funky
was
flow
not-
ain't up to par!
And us without our bard.
I'll only agree to give you the cauldron if you beat me in a rap battle. No, just like the Friday Funkin'.
You think Nomis would be helpful in a rap battle? She could barely speak common.
No. Are you any good at like Friday Night Funkin'? Just like those arrows like pop up out
I
of
love
nowhere?
Oh, Dance Revolution.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yes,
That's
I
a
actually
fun
could see Nomus doing a Friday Night Funkin' rap battle with one of almost. with
Just
either
like
almost.
making a bunch of beeps and boops.
Yes. No, it's completely in her native language. Or in Celestial. The rap is just in Celestial.
All right. We are going to start with I still don't have an answer. I think I'll just roll a d4. I've got stuff for all of these groups, but I just don't know where we're pulling out at. All right.
Okay, we got pretty sidetracked there.
We're going to start with Stradora, Anderson, and Claw. You are all heading. You're all heading towards towards Old Ardor. As you are making your way through the city, out through the Palace District, through the city proper. Of course, the Death Mist is out here, obscuring the land and what you can see. The further north you all get, the more you are going to be able to notice that strange looming figure in the distance. You saw it originally when you were walking down the Palace District, but only from the Vegas outlines through the fog, from between the buildings and the different towers. By the time you clear the city proper and you're walking over the northernmost bridge, let me double check your passive perceptions. Anderson and Claw can definitely make out that there is a mountain range on the northern side of the city, the northwestern side of the city that was not here when you guys were here a few weeks ago.
Like there's just a whole new mountain?
Yes. Well, you believe so. That said, as you guys turn to towards Old Ardor and take the path into the ruined parts of the city, or the olden parts of the city, and just rolling one last thing, you do walk in the opposite direction of the mountain range. That said, walking through Old Ardor, there are few people that choose to live out of the safety of the rivers and quote-unquote the city walls. Ardor really doesn't have many city walls, but you're able to make your way to Alma's funky cathedral. It sits built into the mountainside that leads up to Galesong's last stand, and you guys can make your way inside the cathedral. In here, go ahead.
This minor nitpicking thing. Last stand implies that he died. Last I
He
checked,
did.
Galesong. No, he's alive, isn't he?
No,
He
that's
died
how the
first.
Ascended
That's how
works.
the Ascended ascend.
That's how the Ascended ascend, Jackal. They died once.
Never mind, I need to
Better.
Anderson needs to brush up on his
All
Ilderon
Ascended have
history.
one in their one in the D column of their KDA.
Yes.
Few people get that. Grax has died like twice, so.
All right, heading into Alma's cathedral, and I always forget the terminology for these cathedrals. Narthex, of this open worship area. Alma's undead servants will be moving through and just kind of cleaning the place, and a nice little bit of atmospheric music. They can't sing, but they can definitely play percussion. Do we have any good percussive tracks here?
Just xylophone.
Yeah.
The drums. Actually, I think war drums are would be a very staple musical instrument for any bard from Ardor.
Here we go. What would you guys like to do here?
Alright.
No,
Said you
talk to
need
a
the
manager.
cauldron.
Yeah, I need some kind of basin and a lot of holy water.
Alright. Claw will lead you to where the holy water is stored.
Cleric, isn't he? Like, I think he can give us holy water too.
Yeah, probably.
Assuming. Question: I was gone for the session the first time we came to Funky Church. Has Anderson actually been to Funky Church, or is this his first time?
I don't think he was with the group last time. I think you guys
Was
split
not.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, he was not. I think he was either at the castle or at his parents' house.
Okay,
That's
Anderson's
funny.
doing like, you ever seen like a 6-year-old's first time at Disney World? I'm doing that. Looking at everything.
Claw will just take a look around, see if Alma's here, and if not, he'll just go to where he knows the storage room is.
Okay. Alma is going to, as you go looking for Alma through here, you are not going to hear any sounds of life. Heading back in, heading to the eastern wing of the first floor, you are going to pass by Alma's quarters that he has down here. That said, has he got any living attendants?
That's a
and-
phrase.
Does he have any sycophants? Well, he does. All right. As you go looking for the storage room, heading past the quarters for the clerical staff, a man who is up and is riding by candlelight is going to notice you walk by. He turns, looks past his office, steps out into the hallway, and begins to follow you, bringing his candle with him. And he says, he's going to speak up and say, "Soul, Soul."
We'll turn around.
You seek you seek Haldora's guidance? Or you seek Renal's guidance?
Yeah, in a manner of speaking.
I was just gonna be needing some holy water in the basin from my uncle.
He is going to say, I can wake the father of feasts, and if you need anything from the temple produced, you can ask him. Unfortunately, how we serve the public is under strict scrutiny by the Magni.
Can you wake him up then, or whatever? Because
yeah,
it's
just
like, look, I need holy water. I need a bowl to put the holy water in, and I need moonlight.
and we got a full moon tonight, so go wake up Alma if you can.
He's going to nod, and he's going to step back to Alma's office door. You passed it earlier as you came in. He knocks on it several times and then pulls out a key in the door, steps in, and says, "Just wait right there." Closes the door behind him.
Why do I not trust this guy?
He has a key to Alma's bedroom.
He's just sick of it.
Yeah.
Let's not question
I mean,
that,
it's not. Well, no, I don't know. It's there. I'd like to state there is nothing he's done to indicate that he's not on the up and up. I just don't.
Isn't there more
trust him.
natural lighting in this place?
Most of my family have dark vision, so we don't really need a lot of light. And two, I think Alma just really likes the atmosphere of dark and dreary, while also festive.
The moon is a symbol of the gatekeeper.
I mean, there would be a skylight for the moon.
Like, putting the
As you guys wait, stepping back out of the room, you're going to see Alma. He is dressed in long, flowing purple robes, and he is going to smile and say, "Ah, I thought I heard little Ken." He's going to hold his arms open for Claw and say, "You'll never guess what happened when you left."
What? And what would that be, Uncle? And Claw will give him a hug.
He's going to say, "Your father came by, demanded that I cast an array of spells on myself."
Cool, so you're aware that you and your old college buddies are bad at fixing Osandria.
He's going to nod and say, "And our magnate is very good at keeping things she doesn't want seen moving through the public."
Yep, that's a Bertol family trait.
It's a shame. I thought she trusted us more. I'm sorry, that was me speaking as Alma.
Did
That's
you
not me
meet
anymore.
us?
No, that. I mean, no, fair. Remembering past campaign, but Alma was like one of the good ones.
Did you meet us?
Good doesn't mean trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
fair.
monster.
True, I did execute someone by just vampiric touching and draining all the life from them.
Anywho,
Alma
I
doesn't fucking
need
shit
your
out of anybody.
basin and your holy water and sufficient moonlight.
Alma is going to say, I'm just making sure I'm using the right word for this.
Oh, I still remember. Alma is basically is a good version of the witch doctor from Princess and the Frog.
I mean, yeah, that's who he was based off of. He is the witch doctor from Princess and the Frog, but more.
But-
But if he was a good guy,
But if he was chaotic good instead of chaotic selfish.
I'm bad at singing.
Alma is going to
I
say
would say Alma. That's pretty good. At
there's
singing.
a sepulcher in one of the towers built into the mountainside.
I'm
It's
sorry. The player Jackal needs a translation. What?
Sepulcher.
It is like a small worship room.
Okay.
And he's going to say moonlight shines in between the peaks into it. It's likely the only place. It's likely the only place in the temple where you'll get sufficient amounts for. He's going to snap and say, Rochi, have the brothers bring up a basin there.
I'm sorry. Did
fill
you
in
say a
with
Rochi?
Rochi, the fire spawn behind you guys is going to snap to attention and say, "Yes, father." And he runs off. A few moments later, he's got the undead servants from the central chamber following behind him. He's almost going to speak up and say, the heroes I traveled with, one of them worshipped the forgotten song. Do you intend to sing?
Maybe.
The words of such things have been lost from this world, but here all walks of life that honor Reno's holy name are welcomed.
I can see why this place is watched. A lot of heresy happens here.
He's going to shake his head and say, "No, actually, I've been put on the magnate's bad side. I pushed for a 5th position in the council to constrain her. She shouldn't be allowed to just alter whosever memory she wants. The diviners in her keep are out of line and out of control."
Well, you and us, Andrew, would have quite a lot to talk about.
Speaking of,
Also, I don't think
Wrong
a 5th
number.
High Council position is exactly going to keep her in line, given that 4 aren't exactly keeping the mind erasing from happening. What happened? You have a unilateral dictator.
He's going to shake his head and say, "Oh, she is appointed. She is appointed by the stars themselves, most of which I believe answer to Reno's name. So I follow, but he growls with reluctance."
You said that one of your old marching buddies worshiped the forgotten song.
He nods and says, "The great hero that saved this nation."
He
No
happened
way.
to have.
The Father Anderson.
He happened to have. I don't know, some kind of gift from the gatekeeper, like a weapon.
He's going to shake his head and say, "Gift? No. But he did pry one of her, he did pry an item wielded by one of her servants off the corpse of one of her captains. Why, it was back in the chaotic days of the Lostfire conflict. The skies themselves darkened with the ghost storm. Souls from the afterlife flooded into our world. Reno herself, in form of Renalta, unleashed her fury onto this city, letting all those who know not to tamper with the domain of death unwarranted. And those souls flooded over the city, wreaked countless or untold destruction. It was solved, and fortunately, the city was saved, and everyone in Ardor learned important lesson that day, but the storm lingered above the city as a constant reminder. Unfortunately, Narduals thought to agitate it, stroking it to constant anger, invoking the goddess's fury on the city day after day after day. Father Anderson handled that situation, and why I was with him that day. We lost a good friend. But yes, I can say I did see such a weapon, although it was not a gift.
Whatever happened to it?
He's gonna roll a history check. He's going to, I'd say, I do believe it was gifted to the magnate. A departing gift from a dear friend. One whose name does not get spoken enough in these parts. Lord Vega left Arter Sarai to handle personal matters close to his heart. It was the last I've seen or heard of it.
Good to know.
Thank you.
He's going to nod. As you guys are sitting here talking, the undead servants are going to be carrying a huge stone basin on their back. Two of them carrying these things almost like mules. Rochi is going to be directing them. They move at half speed.
You should invest in a wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of
to
pulley system.
These volunteers gave their bodies for the service of all those who seek the celebrations of Renald's favor. They are put well to work here.
I'm just saying, it'd be more efficient if you know, I don't know, had some kind of thing that you could put it with wheels.
Alma is going to say, you know what, I'll just put that right down here, right behind, or right behind, stop being the magnate's political, or right behind stop being the magnate's biggest political enemy right now.
I'm pretty sure her biggest political enemy is currently vying for one of the 4 spots that you wanted to be 5, but sure, whatever. You're definitely higher on the shit list than Weston.
Alma is going to gesture towards the main temple and say, follow them to the stairwell. You should be able to find your chamber.
Thank you again.
Again, Uncle.
I'll be there momentarily with the holy water. You guys can, if you guys all leave, you can follow the servants up the stairs. It takes them a while to get this basin set up. Although you are able to have a small and shallow baptism pool set up in this room. The room itself is barely bigger than 12 feet by 12 feet. Each side of this room, though, does have or 3 sides of it have open archways, letting the evening night breeze through. You guys can see the misty and foggy outlines of the city to the south.
The moon is hitting the basin, right?
You know what? I will roll you. Yes-ish. It is hard to see the moon through the fog, but what you believe is the moon, the light in the sky, the moonlight is illuminating this room to the best of its ability.
Okay.
as Roshi gets it finally set up here, entering the northern chamber, or entering from the northern door, Alma is going to step in. He has another 2 sets of servants carrying a barrel that he sets down in the or that he has set down in the room. They tip it forward, and the shimmering water begins to pour. And I will roll one last check. As the water pours, some of it is going to splash onto the foot of one of the zombified servants. The water melts through his flesh to the bone. He is going to go. Alma is going to say, "I will mend it. Please go back to your duties." After the barrel empties, they are going to tip it back up, put it near the wall, and lumber out of the room. The other 2 leave as well. Alma
All yours.
is going to gesture and say, "Do you require any music?"
Nope, I shouldn't require any music.
He's going to nod and step out of the room.
Okay.
Yawning as he does so.
I'm going to carefully place Stormbreak in the basin.
Okay.
By carefully, I mean both because I want to be gentle, but also I don't want the sword to start thinking it's murder time.
Well, we'll be holding Mango as Mango is constricted around his arm. Sacrificial stink.
I hate that.
I hate it too, but it works.
Yeah.
Well, the whole point of the, full moon basin thing is maybe to fix that part.
You're going to be able to submerge the sword. The water doesn't start boiling, but it does start popping in that way that like Alka-Seltzer might, where it starts bubbling and fizzing up around the sword. However, it's much less of an effect as when Lumilio was there with you on the boat. Something is missing.
I have that effect on swords.
Okay, so it's in a container. Holy water. I have moonlight this time. Claw, you know what we're missing? We need, apparently, a god.
I mean, you're in a Church of Renalta, right?
Yeah, so I guess we have to ask the pertinent one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when this doesn't work because my god is a fickle bitch, does any of you have Gale Song on tap?
I think the only one who
Not
has
on tap,
Amelia.
on the roulette wheel.
I guess we could ask, what's his face? Valrier, but he's probably really busy, what with, having to go to the bathroom for the first time in 400 years. Anyway, so I'm gonna, take a cross-legged, meditative pose in front of the basin. And, yeah, it's like, Renalta, I beseech you to bless this water to help cleanse your gift of Stormbreak.
Okay.
Do you need me to roll something?
I do not. I just need to check my notes for something.
The number you have dialed is disconnected.
Wouldn't that be unfortunate?
Well, Papa Drake warned me that might be what I hear.
Which one, though?
If you know what, if it was the second one, I'd be much less concerned about getting a dial tone. Sadly, it's Roman Drake, a man of infinite sadness.
There's a moment, Stradora, as you are looking up at the moonlight, outlining the moon. You can see, the longer you stare, the faintest hint of constellations behind them. As you watch, the mist begins to swirl. There is a small cyclone that forms and directs itself towards your room. Through the eye of the storm, for the very briefest moment, you see illuminated in white light the moon throne, the moon itself and its vastness. As the cyclone intensifies, the fog coming into your room takes a vaguely humanoid shape. And it is going to look down at the water and then to you and say, Kufu Lafarilde. What a tragedy. It reaches down into the water. As its hand of mist touches the water, just like when Lumilius submerged it, you are going to see all of that ichor and dark essence start bubbling out into the water. The water becomes murky as for a moment through the murk you can see Stormbreak is bathed in our Stormlight is pure white light. The blade of it is. And its light is eventually covered up by the murky water.
Well, that worked. What do
I
I
don't know
do
what
now?
I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. Not that, but
The figure is going to look at you and say, he's been consumed by bloodlust. His essence corrupted. Destruction sticks to him and defines his work.
So, so what do I do to cleanse it?
The figure continues watching the basin, and he's going to say, well, actually, does he have this knowledge? give him a good old roll and big bonus. He's going to say, his corruption is not of this world. The one who mends and tends to the binding of these planes can sort what should not be away from what is. She is not known to your world. My touch can purify him, but cannot keep off what will return.
So, who is this mender that I need to see?
So this is a strange translation. Does Stradora speak Celestial?
You know, that's actually a very earnest question.
Claw
You know,
does.
hilariously,
I don't.
Claw does. If he can hear what this person's saying, he can translate.
Yeah.
Anderson also understands Celestial.
So
That's hilarious.
he is going to say a series of characters, or rather a series of syllables. That
You know what? This will be much easier. I cast tongues on Stadora. You can
Okay.
understand Celestial.
Well, this is happening before you know he's speaking Celestial, because obviously he's speaking. Anderson's casting it. Stradora, he's going to say a series of syllables to you that, the more you try to sound them out, rearrange themselves in your mind. Once you have like the vocal structure of Celestial and kind of like the cipher of how the language works, you're able to put together the name. The name he gives you is Alevion, Tinder of the Oasis.
Yeah, that's what I figured, that I had to go see the weird bird lady in the Springs Life or whatever, but...
That said, he is going to say, an act of malicious destruction plunges him back into what he has known for the last 20,000 cycles. It begins to fade away. The cyclone slowly dissipating in the fog clouding the sky. The figure rejoins the rest of the mist pulled over the world. In case you didn't hear any of that, do you need me to repeat anything? Because it was a hissy accent.
So, basically, he can purify the sword, but it's more like... The gist of it is that, like, the touch purifies it, but... It's just like emptying the cup, but then putting it right back under the faucet. Alevion can separate what's supposed to be there from what's not supposed to be there. AKA, she can turn off the faucet. And that an act of malicious destruction would send him back into the same shit he's been dealing with for 20,000 cycles. Which I am taking to mean that purification maybe only lasts as long as I am a good girl.
Well, I mean, you heard everything he said. Yeah, however Strora interprets it is her choice. Everybody else in the room heard him too. He was speaking out loud, not telepathically.
Boys, apparently we have to go find another deific figure that apparently nobody knows about. So...
Yes, I heard. We're gonna go find a god that doesn't exist.
That's exciting.
Well, honestly, we're one to find people that aren't. Out of everybody who's not supposed to be here or not supposed to be doing things, I think that's the most normal request that we've gotten in a while.
Right? That's actually like standard and almost sane if you think about it. You think the sword's safe to take out of its bubbling cauldron?
As long as you don't unsheath it.
Yeah, or apparently engage in any sort of malicious destruction. What does malicious destruction really mean? Like...
I guess personal grudge? Maybe you only can use the sword in self-defense or the defense of another? But not outright to kill? That would be my guess.
I'm gonna try and carefully, remove the sword and, sheath it.
Either that, or you failing the will check if it still happens. Those are my two guesses. It's a coin flip on which one.
Okay. Stradora, when you reach for the sword, give me another charisma save, grabbing it out of the water. Okay. Hold on a second. I don't think that beats Stormbreak's.
I think I missed it by one.
Yeah, I'm just double checking to make sure I'm not screwing you.
Or I just hit it.
Yeah, one or the other. Homebrewed content, artifacts, Stormbreak. It has got a pretty hefty save on it. It is a DC 16 charisma save. As you grab Stormbreak, was Stradora saying something when she reached for it?
No.
Okay.
While still holding Mango.
Okay. As you grab Stormbreak, you are going to feel a new resounding purpose through the sword. Before, when you grabbed it and you had that vision of those two figures sitting over the sea, you felt that just insatiable bloodlust. This time, when you grab it, your mind starts racing through Ilderon. You feel yourself traveling swiftly across the land, sweeping into all different areas of the plain, seeing forests, valleys, landscapes, fields, tundras, until you find yourself fastly coming or approaching down the side of a mountainside overlooking a tall, dark forest canopy. As your mind travels in, or as your vision travels into the forest, it starts to fog thicker and thicker and thicker until you are just going through a white haze. You cannot see anything. Anderson,
Hey.
Claw, Stradora picks up Stormbreak. As she goes to sheath it, she instead twirls the sword in her hand, inspecting it. She looks up at each of you. A moment of confusion in her eyes before she finally says, "Your world is still here. This is good. I have failed."
You're
You.
not Sidora, are you?
He's going to say, I am Khufu Afarild, or at least what is left of him. I was the
I'm
shackles
gonna call you Ku.
of this world. Those shackles have been corrupted and shattered.
Well,
The shackles of this world. Do I know what that means? I don't think I do. DM question: does Anderson know what that means?
Stradora's speaking craziness.
so Khufu Lafareld.
That's a mouthful.
Did you not wish to? Do you not wish to succeed in that which you had failed?
He's going to nod and say, "I seek a primordial force of destruction, one that shouldn't be." Wow. All right. He is going to start screaming, unfortunately. His eyes turn angry,
Don't.
and he is going to look towards us, Anderson and Claw. Stradora's got green eyes, right? Her eyes have now turned bright gold. That said,
I have blue eyes.
oh, you have blue eyes? Okay. Stradora grip tightens on the sword as she looks towards Anderson and Claw. A lot of things are gonna happen. Stradora,
Question.
you feel something happening to your body. Whatever force pushed you out of it is no longer in control of it. You are no longer forced to go on this journey that you were on. You feel that your mind can return to your body. Do you want to? Is my first question.
That is a good question. Because I feel like I would realize that things getting crazy. But also, this weird journey I'm on might give me some answers to the things that I'm seeking. Answers, live friends. Answers, live friends. They're
Question,
tough.
If Stadora is currently not in, do Stadora's paladin powers still work?
I will answer all of that in time. I need to know what Stradora's choice is so I can properly sort initiative order.
Anderson's tough. Let's go with answers.
Okay. Anderson and Claw, go ahead.
I'm glad you have
and-
some faith in me, but also I'm about to have to kick your ass.
That's fine.
Anderson and Claw, give me a initiative roll, and we can handle this as cinematic initiative.
All right.
Oh no.
15 for Claw, and Mango is right after Claw.
Okay. And whoa.
Hey, Sidora,
Uh,
what's your dex?
I rolled it off of her sheet. All right.
Oh, it is
Oh,
a.
I go for Sidora. I'm not last, surprisingly.
Yeah. At which point, Claw, you have one initiative. There is nothing but rage and bloodlust in Shadora's eyes as she steps forward, Stormbreak gripped in her hand.
This is different. Anderson, focus on restraining Shadora. We don't want her to shed any blood.
I have an idea, but I'm not sure if it'll work because
It's not your. Yeah, but.
I can reply.
Like, yeah, okay. It's like Anderson, focus on restraining Shadora. Mango, do the same. Non-lethal.
All right.
And Claw is going to. I'm going to try and have Mango constrict around her hand and basically make it so that way she can't swing.
Okay. So effectively, I'll give you a contested athletics check for Mango. I'll give you a special type of grapple. You aren't disarming her. You're trying to impair her ability to attack. If Mango is successful, Shadora will attack with disadvantage.
Alright. Let's go. And that would be... Right. Athletics. Come on, Mango girl.
Shadora has a mango bracelet as she gets ready to stab you guys.
Okay.
Oh, it looks so nice. It's very colorful. Oh no.
I can...
You gotta accept
Mango
right
does...
for your murders.
Mango does have multi-attack, so she's going to attempt it again.
Okay.
Oh, that's better.
I'm rolling from Shadora's sheet now, so.
Oh.
There we go.
Ooh.
Much better.
All right.
Oh no, that's okay,
Yeah,
thought
I
that
guess
was the
once
way
the blood loss starts setting in, gets real hard to wield the sword with any sort of finesse. Shadora will have disadvantage.
Well, I was gonna try something, but that might cause more problems than help. So I'll just.
Well, I was going to basically have pat Anderson on the shoulder and move back a few steps. Anderson, you have the Dorisagar with the one that lets you get temporary HP and resistance to fire damage.
Do you want me to roll it?
I don't have access to the sheet where I can roll it myself. I don't have access to the
Let's
full
see.
sheet. I need access to the full sheet of Lambent.
Really, you don't? Whack.
Nope, I only have the image.
Hold on, I've got you.
Cool. I've got fire resistance.
It's
Anyway.
been like 12 sessions. Why didn't you let me know? Can you see it now?
It is loading.
Okay. I just I posted it in chat as Stradora by accident, but let's see. Anderson, you got 7 points of temporary HP.
Yep.
All right. You begin glowing as the Dariskar merges with your soul temporarily, and it's like, hey, it's a party in here.
Oh yeah, no. It's like a green room, like.
Anderson, Stradora is grappling with Mango on her wrist. She's about to move next turn. What do you want to do?
She is restrained, right? Or
No. Mango's a tiny creature. She has disadvantage on attack rolls with her sword.
Mango is a small creature, not tiny.
Oh, small.
Well, I know I can't do it now. Stadora's HP needs to be lower. So I'm going to rage, getting the resistance on everything. And I mean, I'm just gonna put him up. Bop bop. Let's go, Stadora. I'm just using my fists. So what would that be?
An unarmed attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unarmed attack. I'm just.
You have proficiency in it. Give me an attack
No.
roll using your strength. Add your proficiency
I?
bonus. Yes.
Oh wait, no, yeah, I'm a barbarian. Yes, I do.
All characters in 5th edition have proficiency in their own armed strikes. It's weird.
Well, yeah, but also I forgot as rage, I also get bonus
Yeah.
damage for raging.
So 1 plus.
So I've got plus 2 strength.
Plus,
So
yeah,
another
it
2.
is.
Yeah, and then another 2 for rage. So it's 5. 5 per hit.
All right.
Is it? And it's. I think it's just my strength, isn't it?
Yeah. Give me the 2 attacks. 1 plus
Strength
your
plus your
plus
proficiency.
2. Yeah.
Oh, strength plus proficiency. I
Yeah.
rolled with just strength, so
Stradora is in her
That's-
plate mail, I
so
believe.
that's 19. I'm pretty sure the second one misses, but does 19 hit?
Yeah, 19's gonna hit.
5 damage. Non-lethal.
All right. Do you want to record it, Rob, or do you want me to?
I got it.
Okay. All right. On Stradora's turn. Stormbreak is craving destruction. And the most destructive way that he knows how. You guys better say, God bless Stradora for not preparing any smites today.
You don't need to prepare smite.
Renolta gives me divine smites. I'm always at the ready.
Spell slot smites.
Oh, you do not have spell slots?
No,
No, I have spell slots.
Spell
I don't have like
smites on
Wrathful
top.
Smite or
Yeah.
Searing Smite or.
Oh, those smites.
Yeah.
I thought you were just talking
Basically,
about.
we're just glad that she didn't go, let's go murdering today, boys, mode, in terms
She
of the
doesn't.
spell.
She doesn't have flavored smite. She only has vanilla. Got it.
Yeah. At which point, I guess she's going to attack Anderson.
At disadvantage. I didn't use reckless, so
She
disadvantage.
You did not, but I do need to check one last thing.
Oh, she doesn't get affected by the charm of the Derisa Guard, by the way, because she's immune to charm effects.
Yeah, she is going to cast a holy weapon, and Stormbreak is going to start radiating necrotic energy.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Let
All right.
me double check the spell text on holy weapon.
Y'all forgot I was a mini boss, didn't you?
No, we didn't. It's just that I'm trying to give you time. I'm.
Like- The 2 mini bosses are going at it, but one of them's not using his weapons.
Let's see. Weapon attacks deal an extra 2d8 radiant. Alright, she is going to attack and attack. Where is, what's she using? Stormbreak in 2 hands. 13 versus Anderson's AC. She has disadvantage. Hold on. I'm going
13
to
does not hit, so
only take the first roll of these 2 rolls. So 13 is the roll, and then here's the second attack. 20 versus Anderson's AC.
totally misses. Don't double check that.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll damage just in
Just
case
for
it
fun?
doesn't.
Yeah.
So she's going to deal, let's see, 12 slashing damage, plus 2d8 radiant, and she is going to smite with her big ol' spell slot.
Oh, by
she
the
doesn't
way-
have any 3rd level spells left, so she smites with a 2nd level.
I'm so glad that I have resistance to everything.
I could, yeah. Also, hold up. You forgot one.
I don't know what
He takes an additional D8.
Okay, takes. Okay. All of
I
this-
am a 11th level paladin. I now have the passive smite.
All right.
Ah, yes.
Hold on. Let me add all
yes,
of this
the
up.
passive smite.
It's all radiant, so you can.
It's all necrotic.
Yeah, it's all
It's all-
necrotic. It's all necrotic.
Still resisted.
All right, you're gonna take 34 points of damage as Stormbreak.
What's that halved?
17.
Half is 17.
Cool.
Stradora is going to look down at Mingo with frustration. Does she have a bonus action she can spend?
Yes, you used it to cast Holy Weapon.
Oh yeah, yep. Okay, never mind. That's her turn, and it is Claw's turn at the top of the round.
I have a strange idea.
Ow.
And this is besides having Mango just basically not fighting. Anderson, if you can restrain Stradora, let's see if we can give her enough time. And to fight this.
I was thinking of casting the spell Sleep, but I need her HP to be lower.
And then on
Because
coin
Sleep is
flip.
technically not a charm.
Alright.
What are you doing, Claw?
Internal coin flip. Alright. Claw's going to. With Mango control it already making things awkward. Claw's gonna try and put Stormbreak and basically into the holy water.
Okay, force it
Like,
back into the holy
what?
water.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was saying, we could try disarming her.
Yeah,
I didn't think of that at
so
first.
give me a disarming attempt. You'll take the attack action, and you'll be against Stradora's athletics check. And if you succeed, you take the attack action, substitute one of your attacks for a disarming attempt. If you succeed, Stradora will drop Stormbreak.
Oh, I meant in terms of like moving her hands, like getting control over the two hands that Mango's right now wrapping around and shoving it back in, not letting her let go of it yet.
Okay, so what that's going to entail is physically overpowering Stradora and pushing her arm into the water.
Yep. That's
you
Claw's weird idea.
can
With
do
the help of
that.
Mango.
How I'm going to let you do that is grappling Stradora and using force movement. Again,
Yep.
attack actions, substitute your attack for a grapple check. You
All right.
are trying to overpower one of the strongest characters in your group.
I know, and that is why Mango is still wrapped around there. I was
Alright.
hoping that would also be helping me, because Mango is basically making her already have less control, hoping that this
She doesn't,
restrained movement.
she doesn't need dexterity to not get shoved.
That's fair.
She is not rolling with disadvantage, so go ahead and give me the athletics check. Oof!
This is my hope.
All right. Stradora, busy fighting Anderson, and Mango, you're going to catch her sword arm in the air. You have her grappled. You can use your movement to drag Stradora over the basin.
Yeah.
She is not going down willingly. You have
I
to
know.
trip her into this basin if you want to do anything. She is clutching this sword and she is looking at you. Do you want to sacrifice your other attack for a trip attempt?
Yep. Let's go.
All right. Oh, Stradora!
This is athletics again or acrobatics?
She can contest with athletics or acrobatics. You are doing athletics. You are sweeping her legs or shoving your shoulder into her. Ooh. So it is a tie, and a tie does go to the attacker. You and Stradora tumble, and you oil wrestle inside of this basin. Stradora splashing down. You do trip Stradora.
Okay.
that said, I will re-roll a check with. All right. Stradora is going to let go of Stormbreak and the water. Anderson, do you want to keep moving in initiative order? What do you want to do? I'll go to the end of this round.
I'd say, is she continuing to attack?
She moves after you. She has let go of Stormbreak. She is looking at her hand. Do you want to inspect her? I'll let you do it as a bonus action.
I will hold and wait for Stradora, see what she does.
Okay. Stradora is going to look towards Claw, look towards Anderson, look towards her hand, and say, "What is this force? It's so powerful."
Okay,
Yes, sir.
still not Stradora. Are you done attacking?
She's going to stand up, and does she recognize you guys?
Do we know this being that's piloting our friend's body?
She's going to stand up and say, and look at both of you and say, "You, do you serve this one?"
Who are you pointing at?
She's going to point at Anderson, I guess, and then back at herself.
I mean, she's my best friend. I don't know if that counts as serving. I hang around a lot.
She's going to say, "Let her know she's to come back to Darkwater Keep immediately. We'll be in contact tonight." Stradora's eyes turn from yellow to green. She is gonna faint.
To green. How, you know,
Or not
how
green,
many...
to blue. Sorry.
Back here. I was about to say, like, is there a third one? How many people are hitching a ride right now?
Don't
I thought
Green
I was
Eyes-
the one with multiple people. You're stealing my thing!
all
Don't
right.
Green Eyes give away that one god?
No, it's not green eyes, it's blue. I thought Stradora had green eyes originally, so.
Yeah, it's
No,
green eyes for the
well,
god.
yes, you are right. Green eyes do give away Renalta. Stradora's original eye color is blue, not green.
Because when you said her eyes turn green in my head, I was like, "Oh, the goddess is here!"
Yeah.
For some reason.
No.
Who are you?
I'll give this is very confusing, so I'll give Claw and Anderson a free intelligence check. DC 11. Because you guys just learned this information the other day.
I find it hilarious how many of you I actually...
Corwin was terrified of Stradora when she learned she drank the dark water. Corwin did tell you guys they can take control of Stradora at any moment. And Corwin was not on their good side, and she didn't want them to know where she was or what she was doing. If anything, you guys are probably thinking there is a contest for control of Stradora right now. Whoever they are probably have some interest in whatever Stormbreak is.
Yep. Okay.
With that,
Turn.
Stradora,
Yes.
you feel yourself pushing through this fog. I will say, give me 3 survival checks. Because it's really sporadic and crazy that you're even out here. But you have the very slight opportunity for something to happen. As you are navigating through this place, specifically you feel pulled to whatever it is you're looking for here, as you know it's here. But in your current form, you kind of learn this place is warded from spirits. There's a familiarity to it, that you've been here before, as you recognize you're in the Alien Woods, although you can't really see anything through this fog that you're in. You feel like that god of destruction is hiding out or doing something here, but you just can't sort through it enough to find him. Do you want to return to your body? That tether you have back to it, you feel a certain amount of freedom, that you're not being, I guess, like shoved out or somebody else puppeting you.
Well, it seems like I don't have a lot of choice. So, I guess I'll go back to my body.
Okay. Stradora.
Apparently, it's been a fucking...
You are going to slingshot back to your body, your mind racing across the plain of Ilderon, passing all those fields, rivers, mountains, everything in a blink of an eye. You're wet, you're soaked, the water is murky around you, Claw's on top of you. Or no, Claw's not on top of you.
I'd say you are now in the cauldron of holy water.
Yeah. It's a giant basin. It's more like a baptism pool, like where they christen children, only for like larger people.
For adults, yep.
Yeah. Stradora, as you blink awake, you're hurting a little bit. You got punched in the face by Anderson. Anderson might have a little blood on him, just a tiny bit. He's not bloody.
It's like, I got cut pretty bad. Honestly, like, for anyone else, this would be a lot worse.
Looking over.
Yeah, I did 34 points of damage. That's a third of my health.
Stormbreak looks like it's back to normal.
Really?
And by normal,
You did
I mean
10th.
it's per state.
I would. That's a 10th of my health. Like, 9 more of those, and I would have been in a lot of trouble.
Oh, good. The sword. It isn't fixed at all. That's fun.
Not
No,
quite. It's got a new quirk.
no, it's not a new quirk. Remember when we said that? Remember when they said that somebody else can take over control over you?
Yeah.
They came in control over you.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
And so when you got control, instead of immediately fighting us, Khufu Lafaril decided to come at, was not immediately attacking us, said that he was one of the shackles that bound our world together, or Claw is quoting him.
His name
just happened.
means Lock of Ilderon.
I just call him Ku.
And-
Ku. I'm calling him Ku. That's a lot easier to say.
And then somebody else came into body, immediately asked Anderson if he served you, and told him to tell you that you need to go to the Dark Water.
You need to go to the Darkwater Keep. I
What
said
is
it.
What is Darkwater Keep?
Too. So apparently I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark here. Wherever the fuck you went last time when you got that flower.
Oh yeah, like I just know how to go there.
I mean, I feel like you went through the dreamscape. It's.
I'm
Is it
pretty sure
similar
I just
to,
went
like
through
what I
like
go through with Martlin, or is this a little different?
it was like an out-of-body experience. Probably because I was literally out of my body.
Makes a lot of sense. And also your eyes turned gold when it happened, so that didn't happen before. So things did happen. You went into a bloodthirsty rage immediately. It was when I asked him, are you glad that you did, basically if he didn't want to succeed in destroying the world.
So what you're
And-
saying is why I went on my little walkabout as a spirit entity that at least 2 different entities piloted my body. Possibly 3 if we count the bloodlust.
Yes. If we count the Kufulafaril going into a bloodthirsty rampage when thinking about what he wanted to do.
Okay, so Kufalafaril probably was fine, he just got interrupted. And then somebody wants me to go to the Darkwater Keep. Why is it that, like, 2/3 of the people taking over my body are useless? Is that to, like, counter how awesome I am? Is that a karmic thing?
I don't know, but I didn't want anybody more blood to be spent just in case whoever was piloting your body just undid everything you just did.
No, it looks like they did, because it thinks like Stormbreak is probably right back to tilt. But
Yep.
I don't know how to go to Darkwater Keep.
I don't know.
Did that person give instructions, or are they just needlessly vague?
Yes, needlessly vague and no instructions. Just orders.
I mean, I think they had the assumption that you knew how to get there.
Yeah, well, I've learned ever since we went to that stupid birthday party that's how lots of people seem to walk through the world. Oh yeah, you get it. No. That's why I'm fucking soaking wet in a basin in the full moon in the middle of old goddamn Ardor, because I have my life together.
I mean, to be fair, I think you have your life together more than most.
I'm
be
a
fair-
15-year-old girl wielding an ancient weapon corrupted by God knows what, and that's almost a literal statement because God doesn't seem to know what. So I could fix a mist created by a bunch of cultists that kidnapped my demon girlfriend. I don't think I have anything together.
The cultists are trying to get, and the cultists think that you're part of them, so they're trying to get you back to your meeting place tonight, I guess, or ASAP.
Just to add a notch to the list of examples of how I do not have any of this together.
Claw
Oh,
is
God.
going to.
Everything about Dad starts to make more sense every breath I take.
I have a weird idea. Cause you visited this place in your sleep? Question mark?
Oh God, a nap sounds really good right now.
What would happen if I set up a mental link between us before you went to bed and we just...
Not sure that's how that works, buddy.
I'm just throwing things at the wall and seeing if it sticks. It's worth a shot.
Well, look, going to sleep and hoping that I end up where I'm supposed to be is like, I don't know, the only good odds we've got, because it's not like I actually know how to, like, go there. You know? It's not like I can find a random puddle on the ground and just be like, yippee skippy and, plug my nose, hop in, and end up wherever the hell I want. Look, I know you're all pausing because you're wondering if that's actually how it works, and it might be how it works, but I'm not
There's a lot
trying.
we don't know.
No, I know that. There's a lot we don't know, and I'm trying to think of what the hell, any other option besides get some rest.
Also, Darkwater Keep? Where's the creativity in these names? It's just like, hey, you guys want to go to Villain HQ? I'm like, sure, let's go to Villain HQ. Is it run by Big Bad Evil Guy? Fuck. Remind me to invent a marketing department when I get older, so maybe these people are good at their jobs.
If I'm still alive when you're older, you're gonna probably do a lot better than a marketing department. Now let's get you A, out of this basin, and B, into a place and at least somewhere where you can rest. Well.
It's just frustrating. It's like naming your fucking rogues gallery "Criminals Are Us."
Well, the
Oh,
authorities
God.
wouldn't come looking for it because they wouldn't
Yeah.
expect
Right.
criminals to hang out at a place called.
Of course, it's
Criminals.
just she's getting out of the base. Of course, they call themselves the Ruby Shadow, so apparently apparently everybody puts all their points in crime as opposed to creativity. Apparently artists don't do crime. Except I guess
Well,
forgeries.
Or maybe
But at
or
that
maybe
point, you
they
could
don't.
just steal the real paintings.
I was gonna say, what about the people that we got this Risagar from? Which, by the way, clock kind of snaps and Lamet comes back. You're no
Oh, I
longer
forgot Lamlet was in me. I was like, oh, hey, I forgot you were there. I don't know. I'm used to other beings being inside me. I feel like that's a more concerning statement.
Also, they don't do art. They polymorph people into goats and then petrify the goats. Which is admittedly creative, but let's make sure we know where to draw the lines. And at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if their office wasn't called, like, Lehman Brothers Crime Hut. We were just too busy not giving a crap to see that was in bold letters on top.
Meanwhile, at the League of Super Evil.
I forgot what their gallery was named.
I guess you can call it a rogues gallery.
All right. Well, you guys headed back to the rest of the party?
Yeah.
Okay. I will put you there later in the evening. Sergey and Kenneth.
Yeah.
You begin carrying Sergey back to his room, and
I feel like drag is more apt in this situation.
Kenneth, as you are carrying Sergey, you are going to see Valentina is watching you.
Oh God, no, no!
Or no. Valentina went to bed earlier this evening.
God.
Another one of Drogash's retinue is watching you. He's going to stand up and leave the room and start following you. He doesn't necessarily just walk immediately behind you. He is following you through the passageways. However, he is trying his best to not be noticed. But he is kind of a big fella, and he's watching, leaning, wait until you turn the corner. Walking around to the next corner, you kind of hear his footsteps. He leans around, looks, watches you turn another corner, hear a couple footsteps behind you. That said, you can take Sergey to your room.
I'm gonna take Sergey around to the room, but then not go inside. Just lean him on the wall.
Oh God, how long do I stay up?
Oh no. That's I had to hear him first. So did I notice him? Before actually. Before I do that, actually. Okay.
Essentially, your passive perception 16. He rolled an 8 on his stealth check.
Okay, so I'm gonna lean him on the wall gently, make sure he doesn't fall down. Stand up, turn around, face the direction the guy is at, and say, "Can I help you?"
He's gonna look over and say, I saw Valentina talking to your friend earlier.
Oh God.
And
Yeah.
He's gonna say, just Pearl had mentioned something about him to me, just making sure he's okay.
Yeah, it's knocked out. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, he's works for the government and a Luna guy, right?
Officially, unofficially, yeah.
Yeah, whatever happened with those the snaps since it's just prison members he was investigating?
Prison man.
Bolicifer.
I
Yeah.
don't remember who that is.
It was the corrupt.
Get it.
The
person
dude that
said-
framed Lamilia's girlfriend.
Oh right. Oh god, that was so long ago.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Even
I was like,
had
I was
to
like,
take a
okay.
second.
My
Okay.
wife.
Yeah, it was the wife, not girlfriend.
His girlfriend at the time.
Okay. Like, oh yeah, yeah.
She
yeah,
wasn't
that
my
guy.
girlfriend at the time.
Yeah,
Oh.
she was.
I remember that guy. Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
he was caught. That's been handled.
He's gonna nod and say, "Yeah, you know, I've always wanted to travel. You and your friend ever looking for companions on the road? Just let me know. Call me
Sure.
Eid.
Eid. All right. Keep that in mind.
How long you guys staying in Zenith Rise?
It depends how long it takes for us to take care of what we need to do. It's a little vague what we need to handle. Honestly, I'm not even sure we're able to take care of it before moving on to our next destination. So maybe a day or two. I can't make any promises on that.
He's gonna mull it over. And you know what? I'm gonna roll him an intelligence check. He's gonna say to himself, a day or two. Yeah, we gotta move fast. Alright. Okay. Well met, friend.
Sure.
He's gonna start walking down the hall away from you.
I think you just
I'm
saved
gonna-
Sergey from getting stabbed in the night.
Once he's once he's gone and turned the corner, I'm gonna look over and make sure he's gone.
From what you can see, he left down the passageway back towards the stairwell. You can hear the faint sound of footsteps echoing. You still can't hear them anymore.
Kenneth's gonna take a deep breath, sigh. God, are we gonna have to kill some people in the next few days? Oh God, I'm so glad when Arter.
Where murder is free.
I miss this place so much.
No, miss.
There's no place like home.
I am sorry for having you wait for so long. I should have handled you first.
What's 2 hours?
Yeah, I should have handled you
I don't care.
first. Unfortunately, all of the interesting people in this room have gone to sleep.
I'm okay with not actually like role playing anything. I just wanted it to be known Nomus is just listening in on conversations.
Okay.
Just
It'd be like
listening for
helping.
interesting things and trying to pick up more common.
Yeah, I will say Nomus is going to be able to get a little interesting lay of the land here as far as what the different candidates offer. I will give Nomus one fact about each of the candidates,
Okay.
as their entourages would have been chit-chatting about it. So Drogash, Nomus is going to learn Drogash was formerly a gladiator in Gwir, whatever any of those words mean to her, before he was appointed to this position. Weston has political ambitions and seeks to shape this country like the heroes of old, and by old, like 20 years ago. People who he grew up helping, and he wants to leave his mark on it just as well. Lady Ideas is more so interested specifically with having representation for Demon's Door on the
What's her name?
council. Lady Ideas. Hold on, I'll put it in.
That's fine.
Yeah. Lady Ideas off Ira is her name. She's interested in having representation for Demon's Door on the council, as the region has a lot of contentious relations with the rest of the country, and this is likely the safest way for them to continue existing as a part of Artasarai. Oh, that said, nobody really knows who's going to be picked or how the selection process is going to boil down, and there's an air of excitement and nervousness between all the candidates, or the entourages of the candidates and who's here. With that, is everybody... late into the evening, Stradora, Anderson, and Clara are going to get back. Look like they were a little bit beat up, but not too much. Is everybody comfortable with sleeping into the evening?
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to try my idea before we go to sleep.
Okay, you
Just on the
want to
off
make a
chance that something
telepathic
happens.
link with Stradora?
Yes.
Link me your telepathic feat, just so I can read the flavor text of it. I
have no idea if what I'm trying to do will actually work, but
Okay, I do believe your telepathic link requires Stradora's consent.
it does, yes.
Does Stradora allow this, Rob?
Sadly.
You could say no.
She could. This is not something I can force on people.
Yeah, but he's pushy.
Oh, Nomus would also try any
Just like
food
keep
and
getting
drink
mental
to get her hands
pings,
on.
so just like Stadora.
I would. If that was happening to me, you would be dead in the morning.
No, that's okay. I know there's nothing in your mind.
I mean, he's not wrong. When you black out drunk, it's literally because your brain doesn't remember it. Record memory.
You are functionally brain dead, my friend.
Sounds like real life.
I'm not gonna be hollow.
What did you want to specify, Insomni?
Nomus would be eating and drinking everything she can get her hands on.
Ah,
Anything that they serve while she's there, she's eating it.
Including the hardest
Okay.
liquor.
Sure.
oh no.
Oh,
boy.
God.
You know, I didn't
Alright.
check this. Do I need to be conscious for this?
Yes, you do need to be conscious for it. So,
Do
does Anderson want to just like stay up and stare at Stradora as she sleeps?
well, I don't need to maintain. I just need to maintain a certain distance. I don't need to be staring at them the whole time. So, I guess Anderson will stay up, polishing the wand he never uses.
Okay.
Is that what they call it now?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Not what I meant.
Yes.
Like
I
we
mean-
we already knew you never used it. You didn't have to specify.
Yeah.
All right.
Seriously, that's what they're calling it now?
I know where your mind went.
Stradora,
I bet no.
Mm-hmm.
you
Brain tickler.
go to sleep. Everybody else in the in the night is going to go to sleep too, and I need to just double check something. All right. Sure. As you drift off, you are going to feel yourself being pulled. Your mind moving to other places in Ilderon. You find yourself walking through that fog, and
Do
your
I
body
feel
coalescing.
this?
Anderson, you do not feel this.
Oh.
Your body coalescing from the mist. When you walk out of the mist, you are in that dark forest. The green fog running along the ground, the brambles of all the trees and canopies around you. They are waiting for you here tonight, as you are the only one who is called. Before you, you are going to see well, I'll roll a d4. Here we go. I'll just roll it like this. 3. Okay. Before you are going to see 3 women. You see the lady from the stage that you saw the last time you were here, Lady Nymera. You are also going to see Princess Asuandria Bertolf standing here. And there is another person whose character card I don't think I have on your guys's.
Is it a Yandel?
Thing. No, it is not a Yandel. She is a Dorai with scars all over her body. She's wearing long robes and has her hands tucked into them. Lady Nymera is going to look at you and say, "We don't have any agents. We don't have any agents in Arder Serai who drank the dark water. Who administered it to you?"
I know the name, right?
You do.
I do not. Robert does not remember.
Dungeon Master Brandon knows, but also knows it's like 4 documents ago.
Yes, it's from Lady from Place.
No, I
Sac-
know.
The brothel lady.
Sakurai.
Sakurai. Yep, there we go. Ramon, bless
Ramon
your
coming
nose.
through.
Ramon's great. Love Ramon.
Yeah, I know where it's at. I just didn't
Right,
want to have to go
Ramon.
open that document.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you give her that name?
Yeah.
Might as well throw her under the bus.
She's going to say, "Sakurai, she delivered the vessel." Breath, or the elf is going, or the Dorai is going to look over at her and say, "Yes, she is under my care. Dark water was meant for." And she nods and says, "Yes, and she did consume it. Strange." Nonetheless, Lady Nymera looks back at Stradora and says, "How did you manage to manifest that being in Ilderon? We've tried before and been unsuccessful with our experiments with Stormbreak."
Which being?
The one that inhabits the sword.
I put it in a basin of holy water and prayed.
She's going to nod and say, "What happened to it? When I took over your body, it lost itself. It's gone."
Yeah, he's apparently consistently consumed by a bloodlust that has been affecting him for something like 20,000 cycles.
She nods and says, "We're having issues. Unfortunate obstacles we've encountered with our vessel. We would very much like to use this this Kufulafereld. There are entities we need destroyed before we can proceed."
So you want access to Kufulaferil?
"You serve us. What were you promised? Have we not delivered it? Your debt is being called."
I was told that I have to find an Elevion.
She's going to, let's say, the tender of the oasis.
Yeah, apparently that's the way to separate Kufalafril from the corruption that taints and overwhelms him. That, or presumably finding the primordial force of destruction that he desperately wants gone, and destroying that myself.
She's going to rub her chin. As you say this, and finally, she looks at Breath. She's just going to say her name and say Breath. The woman is going to nod and say, "It can be done. It will be difficult, but it can be done. If we were to send agents back into the oasis, we'll have to be much more deft this time. But until the waters are repaired, we do have entry into that realm."
Okay, well, I need entry into that realm if you want to talk to the guy that is technically my sword.
She's going to nod and say, "We'll be in contact more often. Or we'll be in contact more from here. Unfortunately, we will need time to prepare. Keep yourself safe inside Arter Serai. That country is not a place where our agents can thrive. Their gods hunt us with a malicious vengeance."
Yeah, I can't entirely blame them. Your vessel is kind of their princess.
She's going to look to Breath and then to Stradora and say, "Do you have a way to get to the border? We can have agents retrieve you from there."
I could probably get to the border, but I have pressing needs in order, which is why I'm here. I'm not from Arter.
Breath is going to whisper, "She sleeps inside Zenith Rise." She's gonna nod and say, "Yes, but its protector is gone. We can arrange emissaries inside of the city. We'll reach out to their magnate. Securing that sword is of the utmost importance for Ilderon's future. Do you understand?"
Frankly, no.
She's going to gesture to Osuandria and say, "When we broke the locks of this world and shattered the gate, so we could create and move our vessel into it, other things came into Ilderon. We were hoping that once everything was complete, we'd be able to use the vessel to secure Ilderon's future. The process, unfortunately, has ran into some obstacles, interlopers that caused the vessel not to properly bind with its cosmic power. As such, it's more fragile than we'd like, and these entities that roam our realm, that roam the bridge, that invade provenance need to be properly eliminated before we can start planning our next stage. It was the vessel's job to do so. But without her, we are all at the mercy of fate. That sword, what is in it, was a being that once bound those entities that move through our world. Whatever happened to it, it is only an echo of what it once was, but for a brief moment I felt its power surge in our realm. I want it. If it comes back, she's going to hold her hand out. The mist is going to form, coalesce there into a small black vial. She's going to say, give it to the dark water. Bind its essence to the tides and to me. She offers it towards Stradora.
Yeah, I'll take the vial. So, what do I do? Just pour this on the sword, or?
Well, she's going to say, its astral essence needs to be combined with the dark water. Not simply pouring it over the sword, but a binding of the soul, of mind and body. She is going to shake her head and say, I barely understand what this thing is or how it came to this world.
You join the club.
Yeah, Breath is going to say, we had Stormbreak within our ranks long before you drew breath. The sword is strange, as are all of its creations. They can be used temporarily, but they often descend into the state that it's been in for the last couple hundred years. It drives the owners, the users, wild. It loses access to its divine and cosmic purpose. It is a powerful tool for killing, but not much else. Oh, we spent more time trying to keep it purified, and each time it just would descend back.
Yeah, the corruption clings to it.
Nymera is going to say, this is a promising sign, though, more so than anything, that we'll have the power to destroy our enemies. She's going to wave her hand towards Stradora and say, well, Shola, when we have a plan for you to get out of Ardor Serai, we'll contact you once more.
Alright.
Stradora, you begin fading away.
I'm just
It
going
was
to
easier to do with that with Stradora than Anderson.
Since Anderson got nothing out of this, I'm just going to Flavor-Wise. Anderson nodded off at some point.
Fair.
So he's just asleep.
Everybody,
You might want to check where you sat down in.
Shut up.
everybody is going to wake up on the 1st of Artis.
Should I be
Uh,
making like rolls to see if I'm actually awake or still blackout?
With a little bit of struggle, you're able to get up eventually.
You might need
You just-
need a hard coffee, but you know.
Or blowfish.
All right. It is the first of artists. I suppose I should
I got
roll a
17
weather
hit points
die.
back.
You guys are the
Yeah.
first
Like-
party here.
Aren't like half of us born an artist,
Yes.
Yes, it's birthday month.
including Nomus?
Actually, Claw is born in 7th.
Oh.
N-
Nomus and Lemuria are both
Claw's
artists.
born in the 40th of artists.
I don't actually know the day.
Oh,
I was
no,
born,
that was...
but, like,
Nope, that was... Marrow, that was 7th. My bad.
I don't remember mine, but I don't. it's not
26 of father for Stradora.
I actually don't remember mine off the top of my head either. I don't remember where it's written down.
Anderson doesn't know his original birthday.
No. Well, no, but we use Adoption Day.
Oh,
as,
okay.
the substitute.
Yeah, the 12th of artists for Anderson.
Ooh.
Wait,
Do you want yours, Sunrise?
I accidentally gave them the same birthday.
No, you didn't give them the same birthday. You told me to make the birthday, and I wasn't going to put in more work for Nomus than I already did. So.
Oh,
She,
I didn't realize they have the same birthday.
Yeah, 17th for Nomus and Lemuria.
Ah,
All right.
Cool. 17 days, and then Nomus is 17.
No. So if anything, it's like, my age could be off by a year.
Maybe
or
2.
more, but, maybe. Well, no, maybe not. I don't know. But well, I don't know. Was I born on a leap year? I don't think I was.
There
How the
are
hell
no
should I
leap
know?
years in Ilderon. Because I don't want to do the math.
The real question is, will anyone ever think Nomus is an adult?
Probably not.
What would you all like to do today?
Well, I have to go
Stradora,
talk to
you
the.
got a black vial in your hand. Add
Yeah.
a vial of the dark water to your inventory.
It's not shocking
So
anymore.
it's like, so did you go to the dark water or whatever it was?
Yeah, I had a nice powwow with Breath, some other lady, and whatever is inhabiting. Oh, yeah, Genduai. I think I got to meet Genduai.
Oh. Okay. So unfortunately, my idea did not work, but I guess we were kind of expecting that.
That's a shame. You could have gotten to meet Genduai. Genduai surprisingly looks a lot like Osandria, so Genduai is pretty cute.
Isn't the reason Genduai looks like Osandria because that's her
Because-
body that they shoved her into right now?
Yeah, that's why you're my best friend. You're so smart.
What just happened?
Oh, no, miss, you weren't here for the first time. I partook of the dark water, so I have a weird mental connection to the cultist. They can sometimes just, pull me into a dreamscape where they tell me things and give me stuff.
So wait, do they think you're one of them, or
They do, which is, it's gonna be so funny when they help me fix Stormbreak and I kill them all with it.
Ooh,
Wait, they
ooh,
think
that could be fun.
oh, they think you're like a loyal servant
They-
and stuff, right?
They think
Well, they-
you could-
Oh yeah.
We could use-
I think I almost screwed up by, telling them where I got the dark water, but they didn't ask enough questions to get suspicious.
Nomus
So,
is
wait.
desperately digging through her bag for string, and she's like, "Hold on, I need to write this down."
Okay.
Well,
So
I'm
I like
just-
to move on
Hey,
to
it's gonna be
some.
great.
Right.
Walk
we could use
Oh.
the cultist's
door.
resources
I
for
I
our
would,
own ends.
The
I would
cultist
like-
said that they can get me into the Oasis so I can meet Ilderon and maybe fix my sword.
Oh my god.
They want to use it to destroy their enemies. I mostly want to be able to draw this thing without being consumed by bloodlust, so ironically I can be consumed by my bloodlust and kill all of them.
So, funny enough, we'll use it to destroy our enemies. Ironically.
I see this
Oh,
as an
I
absolute
love it.
win.
I see no way in which this could backfire whatsoever.
So,
Oh, I mean, I can
I'll-
see lots of ways this can backfire,
for some more mundane news, Sergey, this is about you.
Oh, what did Sergey do?
Well, after he was passed
kinda-
out, and I took him to his room. We were followed very badly by someone who is a friend of his friend. So I'm
Mhm.
assuming the Ruby Shadow.
Yep.
And he asked us, some questions about did Sergey really handle dealing with the corrupt Arisen member,
Technically speaking.
right? And asked us how long we'd be here. I gave him an estimate about a day or two, and he mumbled some stuff. So gonna have to hide some corpses. Thankfully, there's nothing to worry about in this country. God, I love it here.
Murder is free here.
Justifiably.
What is your
Justifiable.
girlfriend up to, Sergey? Like, she's part of the entourage of a candidate for the High Council in the Magnate's Keep near the Magnate. Like,
I think it's less the girlfriend and more the Ruby Shadow, from what
Yeah,
Sergey
well,
was saying
you
before
know,
he conked out.
my point is do I have to foil an assassination plot while I'm here?
Maybe
Well,
we're recruiting
Well, no, we don't have to be
threatening-
subtle. We're in order. We don't have to be
Sergey
subtle
is
about
my
it.
stand
We
up.
can just stab him.
No,
It's
look,
great.
they have laws here. Okay? You can't just commit murder.
No, just pretend you're pissed off, challenge him to a honor duel, say it's for blood, and we're good. Like, okay, like there's a few extra steps, but like stabbing will commence.
Can I be a chair
Anderson-
over Anderson's head?
Anderson, I want to say one other thing. It's not to blood, it's to life. That's what you need to remember the difference.
You can do both.
I would say
The blood
blood
me-
usually leads to life.
It's just most of you go to blood because you're cowards.
At this point, I want all of you to realize Sergey has just walked out of the room.
Hey,
Alice
wait,
is raising her
Sergey, come
hand
back.
to ask
Oh,
questions.
Sergey, this is about you. This is
I
how we're
need
gonna
you-
kill your girlfriend.
I need you to
Okay.
talk to your
You
girlfriend so
audibly
that you
hear
can
the
figure out.
door slam behind you as you're still discussing all this.
Okay. All right. Enough of that. So anyway, do we still need to get that knife?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, we're
I
still trying
don't
to
think
fix
it's the knife anymore.
I don't actually think that the cultists plan on fixing their water problem. Their problem just is that, like, how do I want to describe this? It's like they broke a fish tank so that they could get a fish out of it, and now they have to handle all the other fish. And
I don't think it's the knife anymore, by the way.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a thing.
You
That's a
put
thing.
fish into tanks?
It's so
I'm
that way they
sorry,
can
I
be
didn't
inside
know
of
about
rooms.
that analogy before.
So, I mean, it's something that really rich, snobby people do. But
What
they
does
like
fish do?
they didn't
we
do
can-
anything. They just look pretty, so they want them where they can watch them.
So what I meant to say is
Stay
that
away
they-
from rich,
Many
snobby
of you
people,
look
Nomis.
pretty. I do not put you in a tank.
That's because humans are assholes.
we're terrible people.
Yes, clearly. You hunt and you
Who?
kill and you trap.
Gendawai is weak.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
the
just love
cultists.
how we're just all on board with like, no, there's no real explanation. Humans are assholes.
So
Look,
Gandalf isn't like full supercharged superpower.
Yeah, she mentioned they mentioned something about like interlopers messed up the binding of the cosmic entity to the vessel or whatever. So I don't know entirely what that means, but if I had to guess, they put a god into Aussie and got exactly what you think of when I say that sentence.
They got Aussie.
They got Aussie, just with way more magic. So like she still can't lift.
So,
Okay, so yeah, it's just
Huh.
Aussie, but her spell slots are high.
Basically, just imagine getting into a fist fight with an Aussie that could level a building.
okay.
Oh
like,
my god, I could just
If
put
you
her
can
to-
dodge the building leveling, it's still Aussie.
I could just put her to sleep. It would be so easy.
Right, like a strong breeze could apparently fell a god.
Okay, so let's backtrack a little bit. So,
Actual Aussie actually could beat up a god Aussie. It'd be hilarious.
I actually kind of want to see that.
so Claw said we don't need the knife anymore.
No. I think we might have the wrong thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Because talking to my uncle yesterday, the weapon that we had isn't the dagger, from what I can understand. It was given to Arya The magnate still has the item. It's just that we have the wrong item. It wasn't the dagger. It was a weapon that Anderson wielded that he took from a corpse of a worker.
And while we're being clear, the Anderson he's named after, not actual Ariana Anderson.
I think they could put that together.
No, it's very
I'd love to be
No,
that famous.
we refer to you as Anderson all the time.
I
I don't even
Oh.
know this other person that you're named after.
What? You don't know the
Oh.
Alexander Anderson.
No, I don't.
No.
I'm a
Oh
little
my God,
Magian.
Let me tell you the legends. Oh my God, no, he was an Ardorian hero representing everything great about Ardor.
Yeah, I really do not want to hear about
No, I just
everything
like
great
to
about an
hear
Ardorian.
about
So what? He was a surly old man that killed a lot of people?
Yes.
I mean, he was a very heroic, surly old man that killed a lot of people.
So say he was one of the. He basically was a very, very hard to kill individual, from what my dad said, and
He
also
killed
just
20
as hard.
vampires single-handedly.
Anyways, this surly old man had a good soft spot for people that he had a soft spot for people he considered kids. Is what my dad said. Needless,
And
but also
and where is this great Ardorian hero?
on the bridge, or actually no, on the boat. Sorry, on the boat.
Oh
So we do not need to get into the vault for the knife?
no, we
We
do need
don't-
to get to
so-
the vault for the knife. We just have the wrong item. Right place, wrong item.
Okay, so
We don't need a knife. We need a weapon that basically, from my
Actually,
understanding,
it could totally be a knife. We never got it specified.
yeah, we never got that part specified. But I think I have a gut feeling we'll know it when we see it.
Right, so-
It's probably like
I am
a
skilled
radiant
at opening locks.
how is we gonna get in there? 'Cause, I mean, I could.
We're
probably
just gonna go.
knock. I
We're
think
gonna
Robert
ask
can pick a
politely.
lock.
Have we considered asking?
I've
well,
considered asking, and I've considered what kind of rejections we would get, and
Look,
I don't
let's-
know which one is the most likely
Look,
one.
let's not plan criminal activity until we have to do criminal activity. Ariana is a woman that has decapitated somebody in front of us, but she's overall reasonable.
oh
We
yeah.
have advice given among my people that if you ask for permission and are rejected but do it anyways, the punishment will be far more harsh.
And remember,
You know,
she
there's
has decapitated people in front of us.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on. Nomos, there's a human saying, not necessarily an art, but like just kind of general. Ask for forgiveness and not permission.
Why
Yes.
don't we just ask for permission?
Because
we'll
if
ask
she
for
does not
forgiveness
give
when
it,
we
we
get
still
caught.
have to go.
We
Anyways.
could always go to Reyna.
Why don't we just ask? Well, we should talk to Reyna anyway because of what
Yeah,
I've
but
learned.
like, all right. So if we do just go straight to the magnate, we're
If
gonna need
anything,
to figure
Reyna's
out
probably in
how we're
charge
gonna
of security.
explain it.
I
We're
feel
gonna
like we
have
can.
to-
I feel like we can be matter of fact. We can be like, "Hi, we have reasons to believe that we can get a spell together to help fix the world, and one of the ingredients happens to be the metal from the bridge. We heard one of your old knights had such an item."
Sure. I hope she listens to reason because that sounds incredibly reasonable. The issue is also going to be, it's us.
I mean, what's wrong with us?
I feel like we're very trustworthy and good people.
We are, and we're also probably more competent in intelligence than a lot of other groups out there. But
So the youngest probable group that there exists of our kind.
true.
I don't know,
Hey,
man.
we're the youngest
They're
yet
apparently a
most
big
wise.
group of dumbasses that somehow made it sure so a god was stuck in the body of a 16-year-old.
True. True.
But I mean, they stopped a god from fully descending, so
Hey, man, not all heroes wear capes.
Well, to
some
be fair,
are
he
under
was,
gravestones.
the body was already taken over at the time. At least I assume so.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it feels like if I ask too many questions, then they get suspicious. And, you know, there's
Yeah.
3 of me, one of them. I don't think I had a weapon, and one of them is a god.
And
Yeah.
you're in their own personal plane. So
Right? It's like.
It
Oh.
probably.
Though,
best
if I'm
to-
right about my assumptions, I could actually probably take the god in the fight.
You could. As
Alright.
long as you surprise them first.
So,
But anyways, let's go talk to Reyna after we get
and then,
our surly half elf.
No, man, fuck him. Even though, Kenneth, you might need to have a heart-to-heart to him about, figuring out what the hell his girlfriend's up to. Because if it's super criminal and affects Ariana, I will hurt people.
fine, I'll go find him. Good luck to you guys.
I mean, we're not against crime. We're against crime that's against us.
Right. Usual.
Are we a syndicate?
No.
No.
Is that how that works? No.
We're a Yandar.
We're no Dorian nobles.
Hold on, what did you say now?
Serving-
What?
We're a Yandar.
What's a
We're a
Yondar?
Family.
We're a family.
It's akin to a pet. It's what
If
my
you say
group.
it 3
What,
times in a mirror, Vin Diesel shows up.
I'd say
Both ways
there's
for
a
that.
guy named Diesel. Nothing stronger than family.
Anyways, we should
Apparently
go
built
find
Ford
Reyna, and then we should go find Ariana.
Okay, so Nomus, Stradora, Anderson, and Claw are going to look for Reyna. Sergey, I know what you're doing, and Kenneth is going to look for Sergey.
Yep.
Okay, so Matt, I'm gonna jump to you. If Sergey's not being stealthy about this, is he?
Oh god, no!
Okay, so yeah, Kenneth is going
Like
to be
a
able to catch up.
Mind-splitting headache just with that whole argument.
Okay.
We're gonna find him shanked in a gutter.
Kenneth is going to be able to catch up with Sergey. You go running out of the room. Sergey is asking about. Sergey, you are looking for a library within the keep. People point you towards the Sage's Tower. The Sage of Ardor Serai is based out of here. The Sage has not been... they let you know that it's vacant as far as, there's no official Sage here. But the Sage's students, the Sagites, are still up... still come and work the tower and can likely help you. Kenneth and Sergey, you can begin... climbing the stairs to the Sage's Tower. If you guys want to talk or say anything on the way there, you can. Otherwise, I can describe what you guys see when you get to the tower.
Okay, so awkward conversation beginning now. So, how what's the deal between you and this girl, man? Like, there's something going on. Like, you guys have I assume you guys have a past. But how is it? Like, something
Sergey
close to
is
you?
just basically stop walking up the stairs and just sort of just sits on the ground. Just sort of like he doesn't hand in just thinking. It's like, how do I put this? I gave her an oath blade when I was younger. And
Sorry, I had to do some mental gymnastics there to go, wait, but you're a little Aegean. Okay, the equivalent. Sorry.
I know, I didn't know at the time.
Wait, hold on. Did you give her an actual oath blade?
I do that for... Yeah! Just in that voice, like, yeah, I did.
She's a little Aegean, right?
Oh god, where I put my notes?
Sergey, you are aware she is not.
Yeah.
She's from Ardor. She was living in Ilderon as a kid.
I'm just gonna shake my head and say, no.
Oh, okay. So, respecting her national tradition. All right. And things went downhill, huh?
You've seen her.
Yeah. It's very
That's not
willful.
how she originally looked.
Huh?
Yeah. No. Wanna know why I pile drive my brother into the ground?
I'm assuming he's involved in all this.
Oh. He may or may not have. done some shenanigans when I was presenting it, and well, yeah, she's a fire spawn apparently.
Shattered.
Shatter.
You can't
Okay.
become fire spawn.
Okay, so just to understand this all correctly, she wasn't a shattered, and then she became a shattered. Or is this related to the whole shattered suddenly changed years back?
Years back. Or-
Okay, so that's that whole thing where all shattered ended up changing to how they look now.
Yes.
Okay. You blamed your brother for it.
Yes, because
At the time, you didn't know, and things got emotional. Okay, all right. So then, what about her specifically? Like, what happened between you and her?
I just kind of just start rubbing my eyes with both my hands. I'm like, number. I think I basically just, as soon as that happened, I basically died in embarrassment. Basically, left him on my own.
Ooh, that's rough, buddy. So you kind of, like, I'm not calling you out or anything. Please don't assume that. So you just saw her in this form, got super pissed off at your brother, thought he messed up your relationship without actually talking with her, and then just went out on your own.
Yeah.
At least she was friendly.
She was. I think I fell for her.
But now she's involved in the Ruby Shadow, and that's not,
Did I tell you what she basically, can't remember after I started that drink.
Can you speak up, Matt?
Oh, sorry. Like, I sort of just, like, what did I say after? I can't remember anything after that drink.
you mumbled some stuff. I think she wanted to have you join.
Oh, right. Like, I just kind of,
I don't know
yeah, I
many
remember
details.
that.
And what's his name? That guy, Eve, that we talked to that followed us last night. You know, asked about you as well.
Don't know him.
Yeah, he says he's a friend of hers, and he saw me walk out with you. I don't know if he was trying to kidnap you or what he was going to do with you. I thought he was a jealous, her jealous boyfriend or something. Then.
Who knows?
But okay. Do you know what she's involved in?
Not in the slightest. Like, that's the thing.
While you guys are
sorry?
talking, by the way, you hear footsteps coming up the tower stairs.
Oh, God.
They're not close. You guys still got a little bit of time.
Maybe we should go find him. Can I do a check to see if I hear him?
Hear who?
The footsteps, or?
You do hear the footsteps. I'm letting you guys know that.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear footsteps coming up as we're
Like,
squatting near
yeah,
a wall
you're-
talking.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
characters are aware, like, people might pass by in a second.
We should probably go find maybe a more private place to talk.
You're on your way to the library, right?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, we can keep talking there. What are you looking for there anyway?
Looking for a quiet place, honestly.
You want me to tell you what the others are up to right now? Keep your mind off this.
Honestly, I'm starting to think that the Ruby Shadow is part of it. I don't
Not-
know what.
Not really. They're not involved in anything we're doing, unless, like I said, unless your ex is gonna get in our way, or will try to attack us, or I mean,
One of the things when she was asking me, is about how joining would be better off for me instead of being with you guys.
they They do give good money, from what I've heard. The issue is, your moral compass has to be a little bit into the gray area.
Right, and well, you can kind of see where this is going.
Yeah, you are squarely not in the gray area.
No, and well, this is basically a girl I love, and well, yeah.
Okay, well, shit, man. Like, it's your ex. Like, some unresolved feelings came back. Man, that's. Oof. I mean, I guess try talking with her. Honestly, talk with her. Because I know you guys talked last night, but
Mhm.
really talk with her. Things may get messy. Having a
That's-
heart to heart may help you find some resolution. And I don't want to be manipulative, but maybe find out a little bit more of what she's doing here, or like like you said you didn't know what she was doing here, but she was one of the entourage of one of the people, right? I forget who it
Yes.
was.
It was great. Now I'm blanking on it too.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Drogash.
Drogash.
Kaleborn.
Drogash. That's the guy from the. I keep thinking Brock Brooks, but I know it's not Brock Brooks.
The Renopals.
The Renopals, right?
I believe
yeah.
so.
So, I mean, that seems like pretty good gig. She's basically like a mercenary hired for protection. Like, the issue is though that there's a very good chance that that guy is either in with the Ruby Shadow or works for their objectives. In the ear of the magnate.
Right. And well, basically, I would be, in terms of my job, make things disappear. Make their situations easier.
Oh, so if you join them, you would make investigations, I'm assuming an Ililna guy, go in their favor.
Yes.
Crooked cop.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to, don't. That's in all honesty. While doing it may get you closer to your ex, I don't think you should go against your morals for that.
Sergey, you and Kenneth get to the top of the stairs and enter the Sage's Tower. This is a 2-floor tower. It is incredibly drafty, as there is an open oculus at the top of, in the top center of this tower, with a large cut piece of glass that almost looks like a massive D20 or a D100 of just all of these sides refracting and magnifying different parts of the sky.
Stained glass D100. Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
I should totally make one of those.
There on
All I
the
got to do
first
is do
floor,
it.
there are a bunch of different shelves, tomes of knowledge, and areas to sit and study or receive counsel here. And finally, I will roll you a d6 of how many of Anna's students stayed after she was kidnapped. 5 of 5.
Oh, they're loyal.
Yeah.
They're hardworking.
As
give
far
them that.
as if any of them bother you, they do not. A couple of them are copying books at a table. Some are filing and tending to Anna's collection. They look over at you as you enter, and then go back to what they're doing. They don't really bother you.
They're just like all some random person being quiet.
Yeah. Sage's Towers and Sage's in Ardor are. This is essentially a public library, so
Right.
And they are your Google search assistant, so they need to mask them.
Fair
so-
enough.
Turn to Sergey and say, "Well, I found your quiet place. Not much here other than books. If anything you want to study. Sagites are here too. If you want to, need help finding something.
Yeah, how do I get myself out of this moral quandary?
You could ask.
Oh god, wiki how?
Wiki, how do I break up with my psycho girlfriend?
You're asking the sages that? I'll roll.
No,
a
I am
D100
not.
if Anna equipped them with that knowledge before she got kidnapped.
The ancient sage advice.
You know,
Don't
Nomus
stick
gives
it in
great
fruit.
relationship advice.
Of course, you went with the other group.
Sergey, if you stand up here flustered, those people in the stairwell are also going to catch up to you guys. Coming in the door behind you. You are going to see Valentina and her companion.
Out character. I knew it was her.
I did not make a character card for her yet. So sorry. I will make a note for myself to make one. In any case, she's going to say, Sergey, we heard you went up here looking for the sages. I was looking for you all morning. If
Speak
I
of the
could,
devil, and she will appear.
a word? She gestures to the side behind a bookshelf.
Well, Sergey, there you go.
Oh god.
Remember what we talked about, man.
Yeah.
It's on you now.
Hey, the gods have mercy on my soul.
May you, Mia, have mercy on your soul, yes. I don't know
Sergey,
about the rest of them.
you walk to a little nook with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ead's going to look at Kenneth Ramon, and he's going to say, "No need for prying ears. How about we go over there and talk to the Sagites?"
I'll just sit into a corner.
Okay.
Kev's gonna randomly find a. It's gonna browse through the books.
Ead's gonna come in and sit with you. For all intents and purposes, Ead makes small talk. If Kenneth wants to engage, one's like, "So, what do you do?" Yeah. How long you been in this?
Yeah.
Sergey, as soon as you guys are out of your shot and eye shot of different people, or of the other people up here, Valentina's going to whisper and say, "So we need to know, are you in or are you out?"
Sergey is just going to kind of just stand like they're just contemplating everything. I guess Sergey is going to whisper back, "Does this need to be discussed now?"
She's gonna nod and say, "This place is gonna become a storm soon. You don't want to get swept away in it. If you're not in, I suggest you just leave."
Why are you telling me this?
Because we're friends. Why wouldn't I tell you?
Well, after what happened, well...
After your brother cast that scroll of fireball on me.
Right.
I don't hold that against you. Pavel's an idiot. Always has been.
Always will be. Ugh. I'll give you that one. Like, what is it that you do for the Ruby Shell? Like, you never told me that.
She's going to shake her head and say, "I can't unless I know I can trust you and your friend."
If, to reiterate, if I were to join, I would have to be crooked. basically, correct?
She's going to nod and say, somebody's gonna have to take the fall for what goes down. You're just gonna help mitigate that and ensure a spark doesn't become a fire.
Put down to a third
You're really
party.
doing a service to Ardor Serai. And who knows, you might never even have to come back to this place if you don't want to.
Yeah, well, for my part, you don't have to pay a life debt. Here. Well. You know what? Character. I'm just going to do a. What was it? Oh god, like.
You gonna flip a coin?
If I can find it. Oh, there we go.
Here, I can roll a.
I got one.
Okay.
It's
What's
from.
it gonna be? In or out?
I'm just trying
Are
to
you
try
a
out.
criminal, or are you gonna be a bitch?
Well,
That is
technically.
the word.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Okay, heads if it's. Drawing tails if I'm not. It's heads.
All
I'm
right.
joining.
Is that what Sergey says?
Yeah. I'm going to nod and say.
Oh, stop. Alexa, stop.
According to Wikipedia, you are now a criminal. Calling the cops.
Okay, what's Sergey say?
I'm going to. Sergey's going to say. We must do things that for the people that we love. And you know what? I'm in.
She's gonna say, great. You're gonna be doing a great service to this country too.
Mhm.
She's gonna
Sergey.
say, we're working everything out, but we're kind of making the plan as we go along. She'll
So
look
in other
around
words,
and
nothing new for me.
She'll look around and pull out a small vial of silver liquid. She's gonna say, it says Pale Fire. You,
Pale fire?
ever seen it before?
I'm going to roll an investigation. History check.
Go for it.
Okay, 14. Eh.
Sergey, you haven't seen this stuff before, as far as like in person.
Oh, I rolled
but-
with disadvantage actually.
Yeah, but still the 14.
Yeah.
You haven't seen this stuff before, as far as like in person, but you've heard of it. Pale Fire is a poison that is a horrible way to die. People also call it Vein Fire.
So in other words, what I was fearing about like 10 minutes ago of having to do that myself.
She's going to wiggle the vial and say, we're gonna make a fail swoop and end this entire convocation before it begins. We're gonna poison emissary Tailborn and frame it on Lady Idaz. And we just need to make sure when people try looking into it, boast about your accolades. Maybe lean on the Magnate's trust, get you to handle it since you're here. And if anyone has any questions, pretend you've done a little investigation and
Throw over to.
let all the evidence add up to Lady Idez. 2 candidates out and 1 candidate gets picked.
Okay. Can you what's the lady's name again? Lady Idel?
Idez.
Okay. I got it. Making a note for myself.
She's gonna nod and say, "We'll try and get it done before you leave the keep."
Gotcha. And
She's gonna look and say, "Drogash and I are getting sizable volts from the Ruby Shadow.
okay.
We can secure you one too once the job's complete and we tell them that you helped us."
All right.
Or not Drogash, Eid. I'm sorry.
I might ask. Speaking of Eid, what's your relationship to him?
She's gonna say, "Eid man's an idiot. We got stuck together on this.
Oh, so
Work partners."
okay. You know what? Since I'm going, part of me wants to do like a what is it? Insight.
Yeah, you can if you want. She's going to place a hand on Sergei's chest and say, "Now remember,
Oh!
Sergei, somebody's got to take the fall. Let's just make sure it's the right person."
All right. I'm going to sort of just whisper, like, I'm assuming like she's looking up. I'm just going to look down at her, like, touch foreheads. I know. We gotta do things that we have to.
Valentina is going to nod, look around, put away the vial delicately, and say, "Give us a day, 2 days tops."
Okay.
And meanwhile, she gestures her hand and says, "Talk up your skill a little to everybody around here. You've got accolades under your belt. Flaunt them."
I'm not one to boast myself.
She
You know that.
She starts walking from behind the nook. You can follow her. If you do follow her, you can see she's gonna make eye contact with Kenneth and Eid. She'll gesture her head for Eid to follow, and Eid will look over at Kenneth and say, "Well, good luck with whatever you're finding, or whatever you're looking for."
Good luck to you guys too with your whole bodyguarding thing.
He's gonna nod and say, "Oh yeah, we'll take good care of Emissary Tailborn." He walks over towards Valentina and Sergei. Valentina's going to just mouth towards him. He's Eid nods, and they're going to turn and start walking down the stairs. Well, do you guys want to do anything else up here?
What level are we on? Are we on the first or the second?
Of the tower, you are high above the city of Arter Serai, but you're on the first floor of
Let's go to the second. I'm like sort of beckon, like as I'm walking up the stairs for Kenneth to follow.
Okay. Kenneth.
There's an open window nearby because I want to stand next to it.
Oh, okay. So, how this tower?
Oh, is there like a sunroof or?
No. The second floor of this tower. Think of like the outside of like it's circular, but like the outside of like the Greek Parthenon. For like Athena, of like those ionic pillars around it.
Okay.
There is not a lot separating you from the edge. You can go up here. There's a small railing between some of the pillars, but you are looking out over the openness of the city.
Okay, well.
So, Sergei, how'd it go?
I'm just gonna lean up against one of the pillars. I'm like, like I might say, like Sergei's going to say, dies. Like, I don't know, man. And I just sort of just slouch down, like, and like just questioning myself. Like, what did I do?
Doesn't like you got slapped. I mean, she seemed fine. I guess. Like,
That's not how she was. That's what I said.
well, what did you say?
I joined them.
Okay. And what do they want you to do?
The person they're protecting, well, they're wanting to kill one of the magistrates that's going to be elected.
Okay. Why?
Get their guy in. Ever heard of Pale Fire?
I will roll a history check so to see if Kenneth knows anything.
Go for it. I'm gonna say for Kenneth, DC 11. He's been associated with the underground.
I know things.
I'm pretty sure I attacked what's his face? Urkus.
Not
with
only
this
do
poison
you know it, you used
last
it.
campaign. I don't remember who used it on
Transmigration of the soul.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It
Okay.
is a really painful way to die. It is basically a nerve poison. Or
Thank
nerve,
Ryson.
nerve agent. Yeah.
I'm gonna squat down, put my hands on Sergei's shoulders, and tell him, Sergei, I want you to remember every detail that you can and tell me.
I'm just basically going to blab my whole heart out, like telling him.
What we're learning here is that Sergei has no allegiance.
No,
I
he
need to,
has-
like-
What a fucking snitch!
Okay, so after his whole
Feel.
pouring out his heart, Kenneth's gonna say, okay, you're telling me this because you feel guilty. You don't want this to happen, right?
I don't know. Like, I just kind of just.
I want you to know that by telling me, you better hope that you feel guilty about what's happening and not going to feel guilty about what's going to happen to your ex. Because they don't know who we know. They don't know the connections that we have. And they don't know that we can tell the magnate.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you pull yourself together, we're going to go find the others. We're probably talking to either Reyna or the magnate herself. And let them know.
Yeah. I can really go for one of those drinks I had last night.
We can do that later.
Your solution is get blackout drunk again.
That's it.
Well,
Sergei's first
betraying
step
his
towards being an
childhood
alcoholic.
friend and betraying
now-
Ruby Shadow.
Right
Two
now-
things no one ever wants to
I'd
do.
say, I'd say you joined the Ruby Shadow, and about maybe 3 minutes in, you betrayed them.
kind of
Tell
still
her,
like, look, Sergei, I told you to don't compromise your morals for her, and you haven't. You feeling betrayed by her because she's no longer the person you remember, or maybe she was not always like this. You don't know, but you feel guilty. You're telling me this. You immediately told me this. Some people may call you wishy-washy. I'm gonna say you're sticking to your guns and are willing to take the risk and compromise your own self, compromise your relationships to make sure that things work out.
And that
For
the
the
people
greater good.
and that the people I love will stay safe. Even if it means my own death.
The magnate's gonna kill that lady. Your girlfriend will either be imprisoned for life and probably killed by the Ruby Shadow, or the magnate will behead her personally.
I'm just going to have what is it? The gift of oh god, I can't remember. It's like I just kind of just look like Damn. Sorry for the late.
He does not take traitors very well. Your ex is a traitor. Well, actually, she's your ex. She's dead to you now.
Don't
I'm gonna kill
think
your ex.
I don't think so. The way that, well, it felt very similar to how it was when I gave her the elf blade. Is my mic not loud enough?
No, I heard you.
Okay.
I'll give you some time to recover, Sergey, like I said, but we do have to let the
My
others know,
hands up.
and we have to let
Oh.
the right people know.
For the sake of time, I'm going to say you guys have started moving towards the rest of the party.
Yeah.
And is everybody comfortable going for maybe 40 more minutes tonight? I had a little
I'll
bit
go
more
for another
to
3 hours.
cover. Okay. If
Yeah, we have.
if we need to stop or anything, just let me know. All right.
I gotta step away for a moment, so it's,
Yeah,
you guys
I'm gonna
can keep
jump
going,
to the
since I'm not needed.
other group.
Oh, I'm
all
gonna
right.
get chastised.
Nomis, Stradora, Anderson, and I have to constantly say Claw, not the name I have written on my. Well, I mean everybody knows you're Mordecai.
Making an enemy of the Ruby Shadow by name.
Um,
Gonna have you looking over your shoulder the rest of your life.
you
I think
guys,
you should say Nomus's full name every time, since you made it twice as long as it was meant to be.
Nomis and Gala Moriba Sakith.
Yes.
Okay, Nomis and Gala Moriba Sakith, Stradora Drake Calendar, Anderson Rayleigh, and Mordecai Claw Esterai.
Need to
All
get a
walked
fancy
into
title.
bar.
I should make you slap on the Princess of the Guy too. We're gonna be obnoxious. We gotta be fully obnoxious.
You guys go looking for Reyna. Oh, okay. I was wondering what this die I rolled for. Was Reyna up to anything important this morning? Actually, one more roll.
Let's see if a familiar face is there.
No, Reyna has started a new morning ritual that you guys inspired.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Been
afraid.
slapping a peasant like every morning, like.
Nope. You guys are going to go and see, look and ask around for Reyna. Reyna has a table reserved in the feast hall every morning. She is laughing and eating breakfast with her mother.
You mean I helped mend a familial relationship that I caused in another life?
Yes. Mechalor is pecking at a bowl of bread too, standing on the table.
Aww,
As you
that is a beautiful morning ritual.
So many of my favorite people in one place.
as you guys
And then
approach,
the bomb goes off.
Reyna is going to wipe her hands, wipe her mouth, stop from laughing, say, "Hey, if you're here to inquire about your friend, I haven't made any discoveries into the fog yet. She's spending some time with her family, though, as she's been away from them. When I get more, when I'm capable of separating her from it, I'll retrieve her and hopefully be able to help her in some way. But unfortunately, you have to give me more time."
Actually, we recently learned important information, and we wanted to tell you that important information. But looks at Adelia. I don't know who all needs to hear it. Also, hi, Annie and Adelia. Dad says hi.
And Adelia is going to smile and say, tell Roman it would be great to see him sometime. Should he ever make his way to the eastern side of Seadown. She'll stand up and bow and say, Reyna, I will talk to you later this evening. I'll leave you to your duties. She'll look to everybody else and say, you all should make yourselves at home at Zenith Rise. This place needs young faces. Get to know some of the some of the emissaries. Perhaps your insight into the situation could help us decide on which one to appoint.
Lady Ides. There's my insight. I'll be happy.
Decisive. She bows and starts walking away.
I'm borderline adopted, I guess, by your mom and such, and I'm not 100% sure though that I trust the judgment of her brother-in-law. I have small qualms with Weston, given prior political problems when we were last
Anadelia
year.
was walking away. If you are talking to her, she's going to pause.
No, I'm talking to Reyna.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. I feel like giving a Irakin a position of power would help stem the racism they deal with constantly.
Reyna's going to nod and say, the Irakin only care about the other Irakin. Giving them a seat on the council, though, might force them to interact with the rest of Artaserai. However, it's hard to beat a recommendation from the Nakarts or the Renopaws.
No, I also, am not Ordorian, so I don't know how much my opinion matters in the first place. But that's where my opinion seats. Anyways, do you want to hear about the stuff that I learned?
She'll gesture for all of you to take a seat.
Takes a seat.
This whole time, Nomus is just staring at Reyna with wide eyes.
Oh, have we introduced you to Nomus? Have you met Nomus?
She is going to shake her head and say, I've seen Mirai before. My work takes me all around Ilderon, even though I serve the throne. Or I serve at the Magnate's request.
Anyways, this is Nomus. She's a Mirai.
Brings you to our shores.
Nomus drops into an intricate bow, and she's like, your hair is more beautiful than the greenest fields, and your eyes are so bright they could illuminate the unholy chasms. It is truly a pleasure to look upon you.
Reyna is going to smile and say, aren't you a delight? She grabs her hair and says, afraid this is the effects of a curse I cast when I was young. Never been able to really quite get rid of it. Grows back in.
No curse could make someone so beautiful.
It's been a while since I've seen Reyna get hit on.
Apparently, we have to keep at least one person in the group that, is enamored with Reyna.
I don't know if Reyna knows how to respond to overt affection.
From a 16-year-old.
From a 16.
No. Remember who half of her parents are.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the closest things to...
Reyna is going to say, you remind me of my last apprentice. Anyways, this information.
Okay, so, I believe I told you that I was touched by the dark water.
I'm gonna roll a history check, because I don't think...
I feel like that information was divulged
It was conveyed in ascending, Amelia told her.
Yeah, I'm rolling how much weight that has for Reyna, because I don't think she wholly understands what that means. She's gonna say, are you okay?
That is a question that is being answered in real time. I don't know. I feel fine. But I'm able to be contacted astrally by our esteemed cultist.
Reyna is going to nod and say, well, we've practically eradicated them from this country.
Well, yeah, this country, and they kind of mentioned that they don't have a lot of agents here. Probably why they said hi to me, because they were like, wait, what? somebody there? That's interesting. Anywho, you remember how I got the flower and could help fix do defense from the mist?
This is news to me.
Ah, that's right, I told Deela, not you. Sorry, I get my authoritative magic women confused. Anyways, that's where I got it. Point is of the people I spoke to last night in the weird magical dreamscape thingy was the vessel. AKA the...
Osuandria's true form.
Yes.
Can we retrieve it? Where is it at?
If I had to guess, Alyan. Alyan or Rion, one of the two.
She's gonna nod and say, we'll have to get the Chantry of Unity to send the Unrepentant to investigate. We need more information.
Alessandria's body is being possessed by what I'm guessing is Gendui.
Reyna is going to say, I would be inclined to call you, I would be inclined to say that's impossible, but seeing as how 2 nights ago the
Felwer
world
woke
was
up?
consumed by an undispellable fog, and the third ascended has woken from his slumber.
Yeah, world's
The
a little
sky's
crazy
the
right
limit.
now.
And maybe
Some
beyond
kind
that.
of, anyways, it's some kind of cosmic being. So that's all pertinent information. What I wanted to tell you is apparently, whatever they did to stuff the cosmic entity into Aussie's original body, didn't completely work. So she's not at full power.
Reyna's going to nod and say, this is good. We have the Four Ascended united again, and the threat we face is a remnant of what it could be.
But I figured I needed to tell an adult in a position of authority, because information is power.
She's going to nod and say, I'll share a bit with you. I have a network of information I have access to, upon which it's been relayed to me that there are things seeping into our world. Fiends, demons, are able to move past the gatekeeper easier than they've ever have been before. Whatever.
That's the cultist. It's the cultist's fault.
She nods and says, whatever the cultists did to this world, before we can start solving the symptoms of it, we need to undo that first. Just as quickly as our circle can banish these fiends, they show up someplace else.
Well,
Yeah, the cultist also talked about that. It sounded like their plan was, break open the door, set up the vessel with the cosmic entity, and then use their, massively powerful god thing to eradicate all of the threats. Except somebody screwed up the second step there, so they can't quite,
Reyna nods and says, I believe I believe at the essence of their plan is this miss. That's probably why it's still lingering here, because there are issues or obstacles that they've ran into. If we could find a way to untether this miss, maybe we can find a way to secure Ilderon.
We're admittedly working on that. It's partially why we're here. We found a spell that might be able to help, but one of the regents is bridgestone, a metal. Basically, it's the metal weapons of the gatekeeper's servants is made out of. Apparently, one of Ariana's old knights had one.
Father Anderson's weapon.
You're gonna see Reyna's expression get distant a little before she shakes her head, coming back to reality, and say, "Yes, I think I'm familiar with the arsenal he wielded while he was here. It was so long ago."
You met him?
She's going to nod and say, "Yes, he introduced me to my family. It's because of him I wasn't assassinated in this country. He and the Kalkin took me in."
Well, look at Claw. This man held a complicated legacy, it feels like.
He did. He did. And even more complicated than individuals who didn't know him personally would know. He wasn't
Anywho.
unknown.
Yeah, him. That and his weapons. We were gonna go talk to Ariana, because apparently it's in her vault of secrets.
Reyna is going to smile, then her expression, and say, "Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. I can tell you for certain she used to hate that thing. And a little bit of advice from friend to another. There was a collector of Ardorian historical heroic artifacts who came to the keep, or who came to Zenith Rise. When he left, she was happy, and she also had the funds to reform the Nakard Alliance. The details of their arrangement," she shakes her head, "wasn't for me to know. I didn't inquire."
Do you know the name of this collector? Because in the short time I've known the Bertolf, it means he has this weapon, because apparently that's a thing we don't talk about, and Dave's family loves more than to just get rid of the things they don't want to talk about.
She's gonna say, "Yeah, Zinkinlo."
Do you happen to know how to get in contact with this person, or am I possibly going to have to ask the magnate about that?
Let's see. Reyna is going to roll a history die on this, and it is going to be very high, not because she wouldn't have access to it, but more so it's so far out of her field of interest. So I'm going to put the DC at 25. Reyna rolls a 4 and say, he was an entertainer, a traveling theater." She shakes her head and says, "I had no interest in learning what he was doing or what he was up to."
I swear to God, if it's Thastidanius Wonder Spoon.
I don't think it's Thastidanius Wonderspoon.
Reyna is actually going to say, well, actually, Thastidanius Wonderspoon was traveling with them. That's one of the first times we met him.
Why can't this ever be easy? Why can't it ever be easy? Why?
Just wait until I have to drop the bombshell on you guys.
Why?
Anyway, I agreed to assassinate someone, but I'm gonna go back on that. So anyway, I'm gonna be a named enemy of the Ruby Shadow.
Okay, well, I have
You
to
don't
go
know which way
ask
I'm going.
uncomfortable questions of a foreign dignitary. Well, I guess
It's
I'm
true, I
foreign
don't.
dignitary.
That concerns me. I'm trying to gauge what level of stupid we're on, and it's hard to tell.
All right. Reyna is going to nod. Say, well, if you don't mind, I'm going to finish my breakfast and give Mekalor his orders for the day.
Nope. Please don't let us interrupt you any further than we already have. Thank you for the information.
Reyna's gonna look a little hesitant about something, but shake her head and say, let's talk again before you leave the country.
I'll make sure to visit you before we leave.
She nods. The rest of the party can walk away and have to roll her one last check. She's going to look at Nomis and wait.
My mic was muted. I tried to talk.
I didn't hear anything.
As she's leaving, Nomis would have turned and said, I hope with all my hearts that I get to see you again.
Aww.
Hearts? Do you have more than one?
That's for me to know and you to wonder.
I
Alright, so the
Girlfriend.
party...
Anderson uses his X-ray vision to find out. Does she
Is
have
it a
more than-
translation issue or do I have multiple hearts?
So it's
I have
yes.
so many questions.
Do you guys go looking for Ariana? She's in
Yes.
petitions this morning. Okay. Both sides of the party can join up. Ariana is... Oh, wow. We are not even on the right window. Oh, I'm not on the right window. You guys
Also,
are.
I want to state this, like, Sergei's face looks basically like a beat.
Okay.
Why? Because you agreed to help kill someone and then promptly turned your back on it? Or because I was intensely flirting with Reyna?
When the
Yes.
he wasn't there for the second thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah,
Likely
no,
the
like,
first.
Yeah,
which
which
your characters would not know.
When they rejoin, I'm gonna be like, Kenneth, on a scale from 1 to 5, how bad is it?
Yes.
8.
Another
I'm
coin.
gonna say 8.
Okay. We're gonna need to take a private moment and figure out exactly what our course of action is on this.
I don't say anything.
As you guys step into the central rise and there are petitions happening, Ariana is sitting on behind that officiating table. Tristan's there with her, along with Listella, her stewardess, and maybe a knight or two. Ariana will raise her hand and gesture for Listella to take over. And Ariana's going to stand up and start approaching the party. Ooh, there is also another official, possibly here. Oro is on stage behind the table with her. Oro,
Everybody's favorite deadbeat dad, it's Oro.
yeah, Oro continues listening and helping people seeking the magnate's aid. Ariana and one of her knights walk towards the party entering from the feast hall. She's going to... if you guys want to say anything before she gets there, you can. I'll give you guys like 40 seconds. Otherwise, she's...
I'll turn to Shadora really quick and tell her someone wants to poison... the Ruby Shadow wants to poison Tailborn so that they can pin the blame on the other person so Tailborn can get in.
Okay, that's confusing.
I know.
That means they want Weston.
Weston's a puppet. We always knew Weston was a bitch.
Ariana is going to join the party, and she's going to speak up and say, I know it's never good and it's always heavy matters when I see you all approaching me with expressions like that. What's going on?
No.
I'm just basically going to say, nope, we're
Maybe.
fine, we're fine.
Hey, quick
I don't
fun
know what you're
fact,
going
guys.
on about.
I just learned a new thing. I found out dolphins can blush, so yes, Nomus would have been blushing through that discussion.
But you're pink.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a darker shade of pink.
Actually, if I'm inverting from a traditional dolphin, she would actually blush light blue.
Nice.
Ooh,
Or like
interesting.
blue-gray.
That's adorable.
Because dolphins
That-
turn pink when they blush. So she
I,
showed him more of a dolphin
Your
color.
Majesty, resemble the remark that we only bring bad tidings.
Unfortunately.
What has my daughter gotten herself into now?
It is not your daughter that's the
Well,
issue.
not correctly.
Well, I don't
Well, that's a
know. I mean, anything out of the. I mean, other than everything you've known
He's
about,
still in
nothing
trouble.
really. She's helping us figure out a solution to this mist problem, which is actually why we're here.
Yeah, that's what she wanted to talk about.
She's very good at magic, that daughter of you. Smart cookie you have.
What the fuck are you talking about, Sergey?
Trying to
You
deflect.
are... Deflect
You-
what? I wouldn't have known anything if you didn't say anything, and yet here you are
Is
just kind of
Anderson
sputtering
saying this out
nonsense.
loud?
Yes, I am! Like, what the fuck are you on about?
Why do you
Super fucking suspicious for no goddamn reason!
why do you guys always do this when I have to
Uh,
talk to people that are important?
Ariana's gonna just raise her hand for silence and say, well, regarding the myths, we have the supplies to last the year, contrary to most belief. We don't make the insights and the storage of our winds known to the public.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't actually too worried. If anything, we're partially here to talk to Claw's family about helping out the Ildegians, because they're a bunch of nerds and they don't make wheat.
She's gonna nod and say, oh yes, they trade it from us and Morzia.
So, I guess with your blessings, because we'd be negotiating with nobles under your purview. But I guess we already settled the permissions because we're here.
She's going to say, unfortunately, Lord Esterai is still occupied on matters, pertaining to the Nakor Alliance. What he's willing to spare from his house, though, is his choice and his decisions. He has my blessing to make decisions as he sees fit. I can provide you a statement in writing if needed, but the Esterais do what the Esterais do.
We'll be making a visit out there in a matter of days. We wanted to talk to you about an item, a weapon. An ancient, or a historical Ardorian artifact that was in your possession? A weapon taken from a servant of the gatekeeper that apparently was owned by one of your former knights, a father, Alexander Anderson.
Ariana's
Just like, do we get to see
gaze
the
is
facial
going
journey?
to, narrow. Say, what do you want with it? You're about a decade, or you're about a half decade, too late.
The material that it's made out of is crucial, is a regent in a spell that we are trying to cast that may help with the mists.
She's going to shake her head and say, all it brought me was suffering and anguish over what could have been. I parted with it a while ago. A traveler by the name of she rolls a history check. Lord Zakenlo. I believe he was one of the first interested in the lore and intrigue behind Lady Nakart. Purchased her estate and he came seeking the object you speak of directly. I believe it was his intention to make some sort of theater or show or museum to the heroes of that era. Ariana is going to say, "Oh, you're from Alonaga. You likely don't know."
Yeah, I've only learned that this person, this Anderson existed. Actually, no, I knew he existed before because Anderson's named after him, but the details have all mostly been in the last 24 hours.
A circle of powerful Terai years ago were conspiring to rule and take over our country. They attacked an arrangement of nobility, all at a ball. It was what shattered the Nakart alliance when Lady Lethelia Nakart was revealed to be a Terai herself, working against them. A hero to some, but a terrible enemy in the shadows to others. In either case, these beings were empowered by magic and arcane not known to our world before, and Father Anderson and other knights in my employ in the Kalkin defeated them and saved many nobles that you see in the country here today. Why Anadelia's life was almost claimed by the conflict. In any case, Zeke has been inspired by the event. I believe he has a museum of some sort. I haven't visited.
We're gonna rob a museum.
Commemorating the event.
So you said that he bought the Nakart estate that's in, what, Somar Villa?
She nods.
And would this be where the item is?
She'll roll a history check. She's going to say, I would assume he, as, I would assume so. He wanted as much.
All right.
If I could simply will it so that he give it to you, I would, but I've already spent the majority of the funds that he
We'll figure it out ourselves.
Robbery.
Especially since, I guess technically speaking, we're acting as agents of the university.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to nod and say, if you could, don't lean on the authority of my name. I can't imagine I would be all too welcome in Somar Villa. Between my dealings with Demon's Door and my intentional subverting of the Nakart Alliance, I'm not the most well-liked figure there.
don't you worry, Your Grace. We will lean on whatever clout my name has attached to it, or Anderson's. Anderson's got clout.
I got clout.
And if
Got
that
clout.
fails,
They all
I don't know,
clout.
bribery or violence, one of the two.
I have violence.
Sorry, guys, may I speak up? We all have clout
I-
in some way.
Anderson starts like rifling through his bag. I don't think I got clout. What is clout?
Sorry, guys, it's my face
So,
palm.
I guess it's time to bring up another issue. That
Oh, are we
Oh.
bringing that up now?
No, we
well,
don't.
I'll speak with the Mad Knight and say this is a more private issue, a better way from prying ears or the wrong people from hearing it.
It's just a relationship spat.
So okay, this is way past that.
I
The
kind
Mad
of
Knight needs to know this.
I'm
I'm just-
deflecting. I'm kidding. Ariana is going to say, well, I hardly assume I'll be attacked in my own audience chambers. She raises her hand for her knight. The lady is going to bow and say, Your Grace. She walks back towards the stage. It is now just
Oh.
you and the magnate. Of course, there are other people in these chambers. People look at you guys occasionally, but nobody's like immediately standing next to you, like eavesdropping.
I'll say, Claw, can you and oh god, I can't remember.
Nomis?
No, Mango. Keep some eyes out, make sure no one's looking in our direction, getting suspicious.
Claw will nod and make a click. Mango's now gonna patrol.
Yeah, just give me a perception check for Claw and Mango.
Okay, Your Grace. Found out that apparently the Ruby Shadow will be poisoning Lord Taillord. To blame it, Tailborn. I keep saying Tailborn. Sorry,
That's Claw, not
Tailborn.
Mango, and this is Mango.
All kinds of mistakes. Lord Tail.
I'm just like Sergey's just going to kind of just
and
against
pin the
just
blame on one of the other prospects.
Is there a chair nearby?
Stop trying to hit people with chairs.
Oh, I'm going to just hit myself with the chair.
You can do that in
No.
another room.
Or
I
just
think
sit
that
on it.
counts as hitting people with chairs.
I just kind of want to just sit there and just
be
like, you know, you done something wrong. You have to go tell your parents, and you're just like,
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
I'm trying to get a thought process, and I just keep losing it.
okay, nope. Take your time on that one.
Okay, so you told Ariana somebody's going to poison Lord Tailborn, and she's going to speak up and say, that's an audacious claim. Do you have evidence of the fact?
Okay.
We have a conspirator.
Is there a chair nearby? I just want to sit and like just
There is not. You are in an audience chamber.
crap.
The only chair is taken by the person who sits in it.
Is there a more private place we can talk about this?
I mean, it's kind of too late to back out now.
Ariana is going to say, if there is somebody planning to murder a guest of mine that I've invited into my home, under the rules of diplomacy, or under the cover of diplomacy, it cannot stand.
Right.
If you
Like you just start seeing me just starting to shake and just
If you have evidence, I need to know before I make action, or before I take action.
I
If
need
not,
to
get me some.
get it. Will do.
Sergey, nothing at all.
Oh, she took it. I'm going to whisper. She took it.
You said they intended to use a liquid, right? Wouldn't they have it with them?
No, I didn't.
I would say I don't think you were with them.
Kenneth,
I thought
Kenneth
he
is
told us
aware
when
of the
we got
poison.
there.
I'm
Yeah,
aware of
you
the
guys,
poison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah,
I don't
Kenneth
know
told
about
us.
the
everybody this, like in the 40-second window.
Oh.
I would say your switch has been chosen for you. You are traitor to
Ariana's
the
going to
Ruby
say,
Shadow.
Who's
sorry.
orchestrating this plot?
Well, the Ruby Shadow, they have 2 agents here. They are actually Lord Tailborn's guards.
Sergey is going to sort of just slump against a wall, just sort of just sit down like he looks like he's about to burst into tears.
It is a very personal matter to him because he has history with one of them. Please forgive him.
I'll have my knights protect Emissary Tailborn.
They'll know.
Yeah, that's a good point. We're gonna have to kill him.
No!
They
I
have
mean,
to, unless we can catch them with proof that they have this poison.
No killing. No killing, please.
okay. I mean, let me put it this way, Sergey. We are actively going against the Ruby Shadow, an organization of assassins and thieves who have no qualms about
As
slitting
you're
your throat in
saying
your
this,
sleep.
you just start seeing
Ariana's
me
going to look to Sergey and say,
start to lose it.
I don't
just-
prefer death as I don't prefer death and murder as a solution to my problems. I prefer messages, powerful ones sent to the people causing them.
Alright.
I could magically interrogate them. You might have to wait till the morning, though.
Zone of truth, right?
Yeah.
What we're quickly learning here is that Sergey can't keep a secret to save his life.
The issue is, though, our window is within the next day.
Oh, did he leave? Who left?
Me? No, E.
With the materials, I could scry on them.
I have the ability to locate objects. I don't know if I can because I'm not familiar with the poison.
I'd rather deal with this alone.
We have
It's a
invisibility.
bit late for that now. Mostly because we know.
Look.
I don't know,
We'll
you're
try
not my
to-
favorite person, but I don't want to see you dead, so...
We'll try to do what we can to find the actual poison. You said you have your guards protect them. I'm going to hope that's going to be enough. And like I said, we'll do what we can to acquire the instrument and present it to you and hopefully them.
Ariana's going to look towards Sergey again and say, everybody within Zenith Rise and in Ardor is under my protection. I'll make sure the people in this castle stay alive. You find evidence of this matter and bring it to me, and I give you my word. I will be level-headed when I pass my judgment on them.
Can I do an insight check to try to discern what that might entail, or?
Go for it.
Means she won't instantly execute him.
No. She'll make it public.
Brandon?
Sorry.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, I said go
what?
for it.
Okay, Oh my!
I mean, yeah, looking at her, that's an assurance. You're not able to, like, kind of gander like the specifics of it from her face, but Ariana's a very strange magnate. Some people
There's no
like
telling.
her because she makes alliances when she shouldn't. Other people, think she's probably too stubborn and too Ardorian.
Yes.
For Ardorian.
Stubborn
That's hilarious.
Ardorianness. The entire reason that there's a party member missing with us.
Who's missing?
Aussie.
Oh.
That classic bird call of stubbornness.
All right. Do you guys want to end here, or do you want to give me a direction and a heading, and I might be able to give you guys like 5 or so more minutes?
I'm fine down here.
Okay. We'll end here for the evening.
I just say one thing, like, Sergey is just going to head back to the room.
Just sit and stare at the wall. Sergey,
Well-
you're not done yet. It's your job to find the evidence. If
I
the
know.
evidence
Sergey's
points to
doing-
somebody who might.
I guess we could say our
There you
goodbyes
go.
from Ariana,
Yeah.
Sergey's doing his sad boy hours.
Mhm.
Leave him alone.
Like, well, he's
It's always
basically...
bad boy hour.
That's fair.
No, he's not.
No.
Let's
I'm not-
do
Hardly ever sad boy
experience
hours.
for this session, and then we will wrap it up. So Stradora, personal story. You found out that you are capable of cleansing Stormbreak, and now with the world, though, I guess the blurring of reality with the death fog, Kufulafrild can manifest here more physically. However, acts of malicious destruction send him back into his destructive madness. There was Sergey, personal story too. Valentina is planning to kill Drogash and blame it on the fiends, Lady Idez. I think there was other story tonight.
Besides, the mental breakdown of...
We pinned down more accurately where this weapon is.
Yeah.
Noma's got a crush.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, I didn't tell
I
you guys
think I'm
where
gonna-
it is.
No. The weapon you guys are looking for.
Oh,
I'm gonna say for tonight's session, 1,500 experience, and then I am also going to point directly to Nomis and
Dora?
no, I'm thinking Clar Anderson.
What did I do? I don't think I did anything.
Well, you punched Stradora in the face. He took
I
24
punched
points of
Stradora.
damage.
You accepted your death.
yeah.
Um,
What do you mean?
I think
didn't
those,
expect that. I would like to know. I went from 77 to 60. Oh dear.
I think
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
still
give
punched
it-
Stradora.
I think I'm gonna give it to Claw and Nomis tonight as far as inspiration goes for Claw wrestling Stradora down into the water, and Nomis just really catching me off guard with your hair is the prettiest thing I've ever seen in the world.
Yeah,
It's just like-
my entire thought was I was looking at Reyna's portrait and I was like, her hair looks like seaweed. Nomis would probably like that. Because I was just like, oh, it reminds her of home.
Nomis sees Reyna's like, damn, girl, you fine.
Yes.
You look like dinner.
Sorry, Claw got assassinated. What happened?
I'm gonna give you inspiration. Would you like me to roll, or would you like normal inspiration?
I would like a roll.
I would like
Anybody-
roll as well.
Anybody tell you your hair looks like seaweed because you looking like a snack?
Wait, so wait, what?
I'm using that.
Wait, what am I getting inspiration for?
Wrestling Stradora.
wrestling
Oh.
Strador. First one's for Claw, second
Hey.
one's for.
Hey man,
Max.
that's you know, I would give it to you two, because you were just like, oh look, Strador's given into the bloodlust and is eyeing us while twirling her sword, and they were just like, okay, she's gonna snap back to her senses eventually, I guess. Bow up, boys.
Get her.
Just
Alright.
like Anderson, meat shield. Claw, think of something to stop this.
We are going to end there. Anybody watching, thank you for watching tonight. You can come hang out with us on Discord if you want.
Shelby
and
was
we'll be
watching.
back,
No, I like
next
Shelby.
Saturday.
Shelby's cool.
Bye.